We're doing it. We're live. Hello, everyone. Right, are you done fiddling?
I am no longer fiddling.
Yeah. Caradog is fiddling with the cam, which I'm now going to adjust a little bit in OBS. Let's switch to that and switch that off. I'm going to dial in a little... Yeah, I'm going to dial in a bit of extra colour on that, I think. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we are a little bit late just because we were tinkering with cameras. That's the wrong one. That's not... Camlink 4K. Filters.
Apply RGB filter.
Oh no. I want to add in a bit more colour saturation to that because we're very...
Not.
What the hell? We've got colour correction on it. Oh my word. Oh, I hate everything.
Why?
There was already a filter on it.
Is that why it looked rubbish?
Yeah, I think so.
Solution found.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're very contrasty now. You know what, I'll take... I don't care, that'll do. We're contrasty. Hello, everyone, how's it going? The mug is always there. I'm more annoyed is that that's been there when I've been doing video capture on that. So it's been skewing everything. But on the other hand, if I couldn't spot it, then it obviously wasn't that bad. It's just noticeable now. Doesn't matter. Anyway, hello everyone. How's it all going? How's it going?
Does it apply those filters by the scene you're in?
It applies it on that source. So anytime I've been using that source, which is more or less anytime I'm using the Camlink 4K, it's been applying it. But I've only used the Camlink 4K selectively recently because it's really awful for doing repairs because it's really awful when switching resolutions. You have to reactivate it every time you change resolution.
As it's very much not designed for this.
Yes, precisely. Whereas the AverMedia Live Gamer Mini has compression on it, but it handles janky inputs very well. However, I've had to switch off of that because the AverMedia Live Gamer Mini doesn't work on AMD graphics cards because it just won't negotiate HDCP, which is very annoying. I get a HDCP come up instead, and I'm just like, I guess I'll use the Elgato instead. Can we please get a new stool for Caradog? No. However, can I have my stool though? Because you just have both. You have the smallest coffee table that spins. Spin. Ugh. But yes, there you go, Mike White. He's now even small. He's now even shorter than he was before.
You did this.
Chunky Chunk. Hi, Graham and Caradog. Did I miss the USB-C replacement on Caradog's Code keyboard? Not yet. We were making a video on that. However, the video is currently on the sidelines because we did a test run with it and had mixed results. And we need to figure out some issues with it, which we just haven't done yet. But that will be a video rather than a live stream anyway, because we want to make a video about doing Type-C conversions on things. So we can basically make a video that the idea of the video will be to just look at how much work it is to do Type-C conversions, the potential pitfalls, and because there are some instances where it's very straightforward and other instances where it's just like, this is absolutely doable, but it's not really a DIY job unless you're very experienced with a soldering iron kind of thing.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Why is this guy sitting on a kid's chair?
Because I kicked the child off.
Yeah. The more people talk about the chair, the lower he's going to set that chair. Which just,
I'm not saying I'm difficult, but...
Yes. You have been known to be of the stubborn nature.
No,
we'll just hide you behind the stack of graphics cards.
Hold on, if I...
Yeah. We were buying houseplants for the shop earlier on, and Caradog was just walking down the road with a big heckin' ficus in front of him, like he's trying to hide from the police kind of thing.
Doing the worst job of being I am incognito.
Yeah.
No one will know who I am. We were saying about I should just, appear in the back of photos.
Yeah.
Just be like, hello, I am actually a plant.
Ping. Well, there you go. Now you're here, Spud Nugget. So let's see. Did we check out the DIY Perks video for his one on Type-C conversions? Yes, it's a very good guide. I didn't think his examples were super great. They were more from a case of avoiding having to use dongles rather than actually increase. I want to do it from the perspective of increasing convenience. So I want an actual factory look finish, whereas the DIY Perks one was using a wireless mouse dongle with a adapter on the end, and the end product was kind of jank, but it meant that he didn't have to carry around an adapter with him.
Yeah.
So it solved the issue of him not requiring an adapter, but also it looked jank as heck. So I'm like, I want to do it on things like headsets and keyboards, so I don't have to have a micro B cable on the desk, kind of thing. That's where we were working from. So
yeah. So also he was modifying stuff that had USB-A ports.
Yeah.
And you basically want to modify micro B and
yeah,
mini B.
That's true. Yeah, he was working from Type A. Yeah, where we were looking for micro B and mini B. Yeah, exactly. That. So yes. Let's see. Right. So didn't miss out on the watches, Graham. Send notification out on video since it didn't YouTube. Is there a manual button for it? I don't. YouTube does what it wants. If we're here the same time every Saturday. People are going to show up. They're going to show up. That's the way
things do stuff at times.
Yeah.
Etc.
We're going to be here for a couple of hours, so people can tune in whenever. Right. Okay. So this week, as per the title, we've got a ton of stuff. A chap who I won't name because I forgot to ask in advance if he wanted a shout out by name or not. However, a chap who I will refer to as Dark Knight because that was that's his current label on Discord. He was in one of my. Where are the graphics cards? He was in one of my Twitch streams and basically said, "I've got a bunch of graphics cards and some motherboards and stuff. Do you want me to send them in?" And I was like, "Sure, if you wanna." And lo and behold, he sent a hecking care package full of graphics cards and motherboards. And so I was like, yo, there's loads of stuff here, man. Thank you very much.
There are things.
Yeah.
There are
so
things.
We've got a load of motherboards and some graphics cards. And unfortunately, some of them did get a little bit beaten up in transport. So I'm treating all of them as unreliable. So basically, I've got to go through all of them and see what works. So we're gonna get all of it stacked up on the counter here, and we're just gonna go through it all and just see what works. And I thought we'd hang out and chat while we do that. So yeah. So where we're gonna start out from, if I switch to LibEng Cam, bang. So we're gonna start. Where are we starting? Do you want to start on this, or do you want to start on that? Do you want to know if this works?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
might
okay.
As well. We'll start there.
So this board, Caradog brought this one in. He acquired it from one of our friends, and we don't know what camera's over there. We don't know what state this is in. So that it's really confusing.
I feel like I should just spend the entire time sat like this to remind you.
Yeah, I'm so used to looking at the webcam that sits on that monitor, and also because we're using the camcorder today, it's quite far away. So I feel like you're all the way over there, but because the microphone is right there, I don't need to shout. So
Are you leaving?
You have to train yourself I started doing it again. You have to train yourself every time we move one of the cameras around.
I'm just waiting for when eventually randomly it ends up being like straight down there.
Yeah.
And then so just kind of being like,
yeah.
Hold on, where am I?
Or we just go for ceiling cam, But
hello.
Yeah.
This is an awkward situation for everyone involved.
Yeah. Anyway, should we test this board? Yes.
I require a processor.
Yeah, we require CPU. Okay, so here is let's see let's bring that camera in slightly. Let's go 78 degrees. This is my Athlon 200 GE, which is an AM4 CPU. So we're going to use this one for testing because the only other AMD CPU that's not in something else at the moment is a 5800X. And that seems a bit inappropriate for just testing to see if this motherboard works. So
although we might have to.
Yeah, well, if it's...
Only because the BIOS version might not support that.
Yeah, we've got no idea what BIOS is on this or anything, so yeah, okay.
Or if it has one.
Yeah, that's true. Where is the BIOS chip on this board? Hang on a sec, let's...
Zoom!
Yeah. Oh. Where is the BIOS chip on this thing? I think it's on the back, actually. Whoop. No. There's the RTC battery. The hell? My BIOS flashback, though, so... So, yes. Oh, reconnection successful. I think we just had a blip in the stream. We were pointing out the BIOS chip. I'm just going to put the phone somewhere where it can't be heard.
I'm also feeling like I should possibly fish out a cooler.
Yeah.
So that would be helpful.
Yes, we're going to need a CPU cooler for that.
Oh,
so yeah, people are trying to come in. Yeah, sorry, we're closed. Yeah, we're closed. I'll close at 3. You are an hour too late. We are doing a live show. You cannot come in.
Where's the arrow? Oh, there's the arrow. I am actually just blind. There you go.
Right, okay, that's going in. Right, power supply. Oh. And check. There's a power supply.
So.
It blipped. Stream has dropped a couple of times. Alright. Oh, we got something doing Windows updates. I'm just going to check the repair computers to see who's downloading, because there are a couple of computers in the shop doing Windows updates, and that might just be hammering the internet connection.
So, I came prepared. I have the technology. So we have one of these.
Some crazy Amazon deals, and Caradog went on a spending spree.
So there's one of these. There's one of these. And then there's one of these. So we are prepared. We have all of the socket options.
Yeah, what do you got? Some Hyper 411Rs? Yeah.
I bought them because I'd never seen them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're all basically similar to the old Hyper 212, and they're just variations of them, aren't they?
Maybe.
So, yeah. We're a white PWM fan. Looks nice. How much was that?
Like £17.
£17. Yeah, that's nice.
That's why I got it, because it was like £17. And I was like, is it terrible?
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about these Cooler Masters is just like, if only they would just, just black anodize it, or even just spray paint the top of it black or something like that, just so it didn't look quite so raw metal. But then on the other hand, I guess if you want it to be 17 quid, that's what you got to do.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
And then the Arctic.
Oh yeah, what's the Arctic? Yeah,
Freezer
7X.
Once again, that was like £17.
Yeah, it's probably fine, isn't it?
And then
certified refurbished. Rad. Oh, was this that
H100i RGB Platinum?
Yeah, so I was going to say, I saw that. What was that, going for 90 quid or something like that, wasn't it?
Something like that, 70, 80, 90.
Yeah.
Something in that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely well below £100. And like for the RGB Platinum one that comes with the RGB fans and everything, yeah.
Exactly.
I nearly bought that. I was stuck in that. That's a really good price, but I don't need it, So
yes, I got one of them because also it's then actually a complete one.
Yeah. Nice.
I just like
back up again. Yeah, cool. Well, everything's there, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's weird. You wonder why they didn't just stick that in a new box.
Probably because they're not allowed to for reasons.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe it has to be clearly marked as as renewed. But yeah, it's got factory thermal paste on it. It is to all intent and purpose new, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only annoying thing is it's one of these ones as opposed to the standalone hub ones.
Yes, only the Capellex ones have the standalone hub though. Like the brand new Capellex ones are the ones where you actually get a dedicated controller.
Right.
All the previous ones just had tails coming off of them.
Oh, I see.
That's one of the reasons why the Capellex ones are so good, is you actually get a real hub with it instead of just a couple of fly leads to run the fans. Because that means that the Capellex system is a starting off point for a Corsair RGB setup, whereas these are not. You can hook up the fans that come with it, but you can't expand the system at all. Whereas the Capellex ones, you can expand the system afterwards.
More RGB.
So yes. The 850 one, yeah. So yeah, I've got the 1050 watt version of this in the Lianli behind us. So yeah, rad. Yeah.
Because I think I paid £37 for this.
Damn. Yo, like, it's only, I mean, it's, yeah, that's fine, isn't it? Yeah. Has it got the rails on that?
Yeah.
850.
70 by 12.
70 by 12. What are the numbers on that? Calc. 70 times 12. Yeah, that does 840 on its 12-volt rail. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? So yeah, put a gigabyte power supply in the torrent case. No, don't make me sad. I'm building in my. I've got a torrent over there just off camera, and I'm building in it tomorrow, come hell or high water.
The thing that makes me laugh about this is it's from Scan, so they cut the plastic to stick a sticker on the box.
Yeah.
I'm like, technically I could send this back because it's no longer sealed.
Yeah.
And like, that seems such a stupid thing for them to do.
I've never understood Scan's obsession with putting their sticker on literally everything. Like, or like to that level of obsession at least. But I don't know. I assume they have a reason for it. But yeah. A lot of Ripple, cheap PSU. Honestly, Ripple doesn't matter as much as you'd think it does. Now, I have not done lots of scientific tests, but this power supply, what's your opinion of this Antec HCP Platinum? Does this seem like a trustworthy power supply to you? Because let me tell you, this thing has got more Ripple than a tsunami. Yeah.
Oh.
This thing has a fuck ton of Ripple on it. Because I actually measured it at one point. Because I was working on a gaming computer with a known bad power supply in it. That it was crashing in gaming, and I knew it was the power supply causing it. And so what I wanted to do, I wanted to see if I wanted to see if I could display numerically.
Oh, like how you knew it was dodgy.
That's right. So I was using my multimeter to measure. I was using my multimeter in AC mode to measure the ripple on the 12-volt rail, and I measured the ripple on the power supply that was in there. I was like, okay, so we've got this many millivolts of ripple on the 12-volt rail. And then I connected up the Antec, which was not giving it any problems whatsoever. And the ripple was like twice as high on the Antec. And I was like, oh, okay. So this doesn't prove anything. Except the fact that maybe ripple doesn't matter as much as people think it does. If you're doing extreme overclocking, then there's a conversation to be had there.
I'm sure.
But, you know. So yeah.
I feel like there may be...
I'm not saying that ripple is not relevant, but still. That's a ground, it's fine. You don't need that many grounds. There's like 3 or 4 other grounds on... Well, 3. There's another 3 ground wires there, it's fine. It doesn't need that one.
Is that your weight-saving effort, just removing the ground wires?
Well, it snapped off because I carry it by the cables. Shush. I didn't say it was a good idea.
Oh dear. Anyway.
We still need it, so yeah. The Antec looks like a bomb. It's a good power supply, man. It hasn't let me down once. I bought it second hand for like 50 quid a while back when kilowatt power supplies like that were like £200.
Let's use the RGB one. Well, the one.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks cool. Right, okay, so you're building that up. Do we need anything else? Have we got... Do you want an SSD or something to put in that?
Yeah, if you've got one.
Yeah, I'll quickly pinch one out of one of the Corsairs that's already got Windows on it. I shall BRB.
Mounting bracket. Foam. More foam. Warranty information. Super absorbent. Superior desiccant. Oh, I'm glad it's superior. I can't have any of this standard desiccant. Please peel off.
Gel rubbish.
That, I'm not going to lie, but that looks like the cheapest of fans.
Probably. What is that, 80mm? God,
It's just shiny plastic as well.
Yeah.
Why does shiny plastic always look cheap?
Yeah, it's just unfinished, isn't it? Yeah, but still, it's just like, yeah, it's an esports cooler, isn't it? I think is the term for them.
It's what you stick it on your forehead when playing esports.
Well, no, the idea is esports seems to be the term for it's cheap. Like, does that seem like an unreasonable thing to say? That when someone says, "Oh, this is designed for esports," it's like, okay, so basically it's cheap because you can run CS:GO on a potato. That's basically what you're saying, isn't it? The esports games will run on anything, so therefore, CPU probably.
I'm just trying to. The metal feels very weird.
Ah, let me feel your metal.
Right?
Yeah.
What?
I can't explain what's wrong with that, but I just picked it up. I'm like, no. You can put that on. I don't know what's wrong with that.
That was bizarre. Where'd the cardboard go?
I don't know. I haven't moved it. I'm reading the chat. 1,000 watts is still fairly close to £200. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Let's see. Anyone seen any decent prices on AM4 processors with the built-in graphics to put in a system you've acquired? I'm just buying stuff from Amazon, to be honest. Amazon is usually the going rate. So, yeah. Can the BIOS chip be the 8-pin chip below the RTC contact?
That one.
No. What does that have written on it?
AS393M G19504B1.
Don't know what that is, but it ain't the BIOS chip. And I know that because there's one at the bottom that's got WinBond written on it, which means that will be the BIOS chip. Because BIOS chips are basically all WinBond made these days. Well, I'm sure they make other stuff as well. However, yeah, down here there's a WinBond chip, and that's going to be the fella. I'm surprised they've got the RTC battery all the way up here, though. Normally, they're going to put the BIOS chip somewhere close to the RTC battery, or vice versa. But, you know, it's only 2-pin power, but it just means that they've got to run when they're... it just means that in the design of this board, they have to run RTC power all the way from one end of the board to the other, which is a bit odd. I'm surprised they can't put it down here because they've got the audio circuit down here. So ITX is wild, man. They just cram stuff in wherever they've still got room. Let's see. Does anyone know why Asus are providing new BIOS for legacy motherboards for Win 11 compatibility when the processors are 7th gen onwards are not supported anyway?
Because they can?
Yeah, probably because they can. For 7th gen, I don't know. A lot of BIOSes are getting, but a lot of boards are getting BIOS updates that turns FTPM on by default, just so out of the box it will appear to have Win 11 compatibility, instead of you having to go into BIOS and specifically switch on features that Windows 11 requires. But that's about as much as I can comment on there. So yeah, BIOS chips are usually SPI chips. Yeah, absolutely. Anything on that list could be the BIOS. Yes, this is true. However, any on a motherboard, anything that's got WinBond written on it is probably your BIOS SPI chip. So, what processor?
My BIOS is spying on me.
Yeah, this is an Athlon 200 GE, which might be compatible. I think
I require a screwdriver.
I'm fairly certain an Athlon 200G will work in that. There's a crap one. Hang on, let me find you something less crap. Less crap.
I'm already uncertain of this mounting.
There's that. Do you want the big boy? Or,
well, no, more just a case of I'm slightly uncertain about the mounting.
Okay. You could check the manual, shock horror.
No, I mean, I'm just not inspired with confidence.
Okay, yeah. You bought yourself a high magnification magnifying glass to read the motherboard writing. Yeah, that's a good idea. I usually just use my camera as a poor man's microscope. What is this, a motherboard for ants? Yes, it is ITX. We've got no idea what we're going to do with this. We just want to know if it works.
Ah, there. I thought I managed to lose this screw.
Does 3.3 volt go to the BIOS? As far as I know, it doesn't go to the BIOS, but instead to the SIO where the settings are located. I think you're correct, Spud Nugget. The BIOS chip itself does not store the BIOS settings, or parameters rather, because you can reflash a BIOS chip from scratch and it will not lose those settings, which means the parameters are not in there. However, I don't know the details of what the SIO chip does or where it is or how it works. So yeah, it's to do with that. Don't know the details though because I haven't gotten around to looking at it. I do want to look into it though. So yeah. Don't forget to remove the sticker, Caradog. I have legitimately put a CPU cooler on the CPU with that sticker on before. And then I think I put it on and was just like, right, time to do this. And then I was like, I didn't take the sticker off. And I've been very embarrassed about it. It was on a video I recorded as well. Luckily, editing magic made it pretend like it didn't happen. Doo-doo-doo. There's a lot of variation in the mounting mechanisms with the 212s, even amongst all the models of the same age.
I'm looking at this going, who designed this bracket? Seriously.
Oh, here's a question, actually. Can I quickly show that bracket on camera?
Right, that does go like that.
Yeah. I'm looking for one of these. I want to buy one of these just on its own. Well, with the mounting lugs as well. Because I've lost the backplate for my Aerocool Cylon, I think. Let me grab it.
This feels like it's a cooler that requires 7 hands to fit.
Yeah. Yeah, I've lost the cooler for my Aerocool Cylon, I think this guy is. I don't have the backplate for it, and so I can't use this cooler, and it's super annoying because it goes really well with my Aerocool Eclipse. But I can't find the backplate for love nor money. And literally just one of these universal fit backplates will do the job, but I cannot find one anywhere. So if anyone's got a link to one, I want one.
Yes, AM4 is that one, fine. I dislike these universal backplate thingies, though.
3.3 needs to go to the BIOS chip to power it. Yes, the BIOS chip will get 3.3 volts, but that's... I think what Spud Nugget means is that the RTC battery power does not go to the BIOS chip. How do you remove Apple ID from MacBook without a password? Check one of my recent videos. I did a video about how to do that. It's called How to Remove Firmware Password from MacBooks. So it's not a job for the faint of heart, FYI. Linus recently did a test with that sticker still applied, and it seemed to not make much difference if you leave it on. Really?
They were also using a potato.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was hitting, like, reasonably high temperatures.
Okay, so...
Yes, for low thermal loads, it will make minimal difference. For
Yeah.
high thermal loads, yes, it will make a difference.
Yeah, okay. That's a bit... That's possibly a bit misleading then, yeah.
They did show
AliExpress
that.
has them in droves.
They did show that in the second part of the video with a higher thermal load that it made a difference.
Fair enough. Yeah, has anyone got a link to that specific one though? That's the thing, like the universal fit ones, because I couldn't find them on AliExpress. I could only find the stock AMD backplate, and the stock AMD backplate has the wrong threads on it. I suppose I could just. Oh, actually, I suppose I could just retap the threads on one. No, no. I need to go down to metric threads. That's the problem. Yeah, I can find these everywhere on AliExpress, but these threads are incorrect. These are imperial threads, and I need metric threads. Thanks.
May I have your thermal interface material?
You may. Is there any left in that? Ooh, there might be some left in that.
You'll have to cut the camera now.
Yeah. There's probably enough just for testing, anyway. It's an Athlon 200G, who cares? You could probably lick it and that'll provide enough thermal interface.
That's all you're getting out of that tube.
Yeah, alright.
Please actually place this in the bin.
I will, because otherwise I'll keep picking it up and going, why have I got an empty tube on my desk? Have I got another one is the question.
What, another empty tube? Probably. Come on.
A fresh one for when it's needed. Forewarned. Yeah, if we're going to go over motherboard schematics, VBAT is the battery voltage, VRTC is the mains derivative power. Oh, interesting. All right. Thanks for the heads up, Spud Nugget. Noted.
Sorry, what was that?
On motherboard schematics, VBAT is the RTC battery,
Yes.
VRTC is the mains derivative power. So when the motherboard switches on and power supply power takes over from the RTC battery. This is the thing. RTC battery, I don't know. I'm tempted to say that, well, yeah, that's what it is. It's the real-time clock battery. It powers the real-time clock while it's off. So, yeah, I don't know. But yes, it's slightly confusing terminology, but it does make sense. Where can you download Windows 11 without a Microsoft account? Do you need a Microsoft account to download the ISOs?
Maybe.
I have not tried yet.
But you'll need a Microsoft account to use the operating system.
Is that in properly? That looks very, very...
because I haven't got that yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I did that one, and then I was coming around to this one.
Okay, fine, yeah. One of the screws was like that, and I was like, it'd probably be easier if you take the fan off.
It would also be easier if it actually lined up.
If you take the fan off, it would be really easy to make it line up.
No, it's... I've mounted it wrong?
Oh, have you got the screws on the wrong holes?
No, because that would make it work.
Or have you put those arms the wrong way around? They might need to turn 180 degrees.
It's definitely right there. It's definitely right there. No, because they're keyed. They have keys.
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah. Will that not go on?
It will do. It just wouldn't like. It wasn't easy to line up. So I was like, oh, have I done something wrong?
Yeah. Nivanon says, please don't link the compute unit. Put some Sugo in it and run a screw through it to make the threads. That's not an awful idea. Yeah. Ben Lade, thank you for the £5 super chat. How you doing, my dude? Much appreciated.
You probably don't even need this.
Isn't there a possibility that the cooler is dead? Just perch the cooler on top. That was actually probably a better idea, considering well, this board probably works. I think we're going to get far enough. You're leaning in front of the camera, by the way. I think we're going to get far enough to power the board up.
I wanted to make sure it was in the correctly labelled one.
Okay. Good. All right.
Where is the st?
The st. Oh, I forgot to take it out. Hang on a sec. Oh, I got... Shut up.
Something, comedy of errors, something.
I was busy doing the chat.
Okay. I was busy doing stuff.
Ah. Yeah, regarding that Windows 11 question, bearing in mind, watch out for tempered glass on the floor down here. Bearing in mind that when you get to the first run of Windows 10, I don't know about 11, make sure that the computer is disconnected from the internet before first run, and it will give you the option to make a local account in the bottom left. Instead of, whereas if there is an internet connection at first run, it will not give you the choice. It will force you into the Microsoft account login. It is possible to break out of that, it's just hassle.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one. Oh, is that the... Where's the small... My small Phillips is somewhere else.
I'm pretty sure you lost all of your wearer screwdrivers.
No, I haven't.
Around the shop.
Yeah, they just spread out over time. I must get a second set of them. Just so... 9 times out of 10, if they're not here, they're over there. So I need a second set so there can be some at this bench at all times. There we go. Whoop.
Stick it in. Yeah.
That's a horrible fit, but it'll do. Right.
Donk.
Yes. Right. We don't need a graphics card on that because we've got an APU in there. Yeah.
What are you? You are SATA.
Yep. Cool.
You are PCI. You are CPU.
Excellent.
There, that is CPU. I, for some reason, was looking at the CPU power going, why is there a PCI Express on the motherboard?
Yeah. There we go. Chris Kingen, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Shout out to my fave Brits. Love Ham and Caradog. No problem, my dude. Thank you very much as well.
Is there a power button? No.
Doo-doo-doo.
There's your HDMI. Come in.
Yeah, the whole thing about Windows 11 on old hardware, it strikes me that the main point of Windows 11 is Microsoft want to axe a whole load of legacy support out of the kernel, which is a noble endeavor. There is a lot of legacy junk in Windows, and Microsoft want to kick it all out. Do you want a widget for this?
Well, I was trying to work out which one was even the front panel.
Yeah.
But I've then worked out that the front panel labels are for these pins.
Yeah.
Because they were... The label right next to them says USB 3.
I
was
see.
just like, what?
Where is my widget? It's gone walkabout. I was going to say I've got a little cluster of buttons and stuff. But yeah, the fact that
I should probably actually plug in the power supply.
And I think the thing, so yeah, with Windows 11, I think the thing is they want to axe a whole load of legacy support out of it, and so that's why they've set the requirements so high. There it goes.
I'm not sure about that LED.
Oh yeah,
just the fact that the back of it, it's just like, okay,
does the job. It lights up. Let's see.
Oh, I'm liking the way that the fan speed is interacting with the shutter.
Oh yeah, that looks cool. My Gamer Mini, bam. Hey, there is post. It is very hard to read.
Squint harder.
Yeah, hang on a sec. Let me get you a full screen preview of that. Windowed projector. I'm going to cover up the chat for a sec so we can read it.
New CPU installed. Why to reset FTPM?
Oh, interesting.
There you go.
Oh, hang on a sec. I'm going to make this bigger because this is kind of interesting.
Also, possibly shift it left a bit. Yeah.
So here's a really interesting thing. The previous owner of this board is a friend of ours, and they obviously had TPM and full disk encryption turned on. So we've changed the CPU, so the FTPM settings are corrupted. So press Y to reset FTPM if you have BitLocker or encryption enabled. Yeah. So basically, because we've changed the CPU, we've invalidated the TPM setup on this motherboard. So if we had our friend's SSD fitted, it would not boot because we've changed the trusted platform.
Yeah,
so,
it would require the recovery key.
Yeah, so you'd need the recovery key to then unlock the drive. So that's a super interesting demonstration. Let me just grab you one.
Let's go grab all the equipment we thought we had. I wish to press
and thing.
I wish to press Y. Why?
That might need a reboot in order to recognize the keyboard.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, I think you'll need to control delete that.
That did not work.
Yeah. I think you've severely upset it. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Okay. Yep, there we go. It's back to that.
I'm pretty sure your keyboard's dead. Because it wasn't working on that other computer.
Oh, no, it wasn't, was it? Just try turning it off and on again. I'll be very annoyed if that keyboard has died. Oh, you know what? I think you're right. Okay, let's just swap it out for the sake of doing this, and I'll test that another time.
It does appear to be non-functioning.
Yeah, I'm going to be very annoyed, because that's the second one of those that's died this year.
Damn it! I've had 2 of the, 6 I have die.
Yeah, I mean, they're not expensive, I guess, but yeah, there's a known good.
If I plug this in and it doesn't work, I'm then going to be deeply suspicious.
Alright. Mouse. It works over here.
How bizarre, it didn't work on the other PC.
Who knows?
As well.
Yeah. Is that one working?
Nope. Interesting. Maybe that's what the issue is with this one.
Maybe. Yeah, is this just the issue with this motherboard that we're just stuck on this screen?
Have you got a PS2 keyboard?
PS2 keyboard. I do, yes.
Help. My keyboard is incompatible with my computer. What do
Well,
I do?
yeah, I mean, we are at a very, very low level right now, aren't we? So, yeah. There's that, and...
It's the combi port.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's going to need a reset to
Probably.
do the thing. Right, which
Do the
one?
thing.
Which one was the front panel?
I think it was this one.
The top one. And bam.
No.
How's that? That didn't feel very. Let me do it with some tweezers instead. And bam.
There we go.
There we go. Reset. All right. Why? Oh, there it goes.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe.
I'm going to reset that transform just in case we appear off screen. Fit screen.
Yes. Yes.
There it goes.
Hey!
Yeah, there we go. We got BIOS now. Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. Good. Now we're cruising again. I wonder if that's where our mate got caught up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So he was having weird issues with it crashing in memtest.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I was going to say, like, yeah, like, we needed a PS2 keyboard to get out of that then, which is very, very specific. But yeah.
Where is... Oh, no. Where is...
What are you after?
Boot priority thingy override. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Boot override. Oh, what?
Oh, you can't select it. Oh, there's no boot devices detected. Is it not detecting that SSD?
What?
I tell you what, I would give it another control delete. Now we've just reset TPM and just see what it gives us after another one.
Oh, there.
Yeah, bit of a weird layout, this keyboard.
Stares at keyboard. Goes
Yeah.
cross-eyed. For a keyboard that comes bundled with a PC, this keyboard feels surprisingly nice.
It's not bad. Like,
Yeah.
it looks very modern for a PS2 keyboard as well.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right, fine. Let's go to... Can you pop that out again?
Yep, one
Or
sec.
can you pop out just that capture?
Let's see. Yeah, one sec. Let me just wrangle some windows. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to move that to over here a sec, and I'll move it back in a moment.
If you want to look
I'm
at that,
gonna
I will
go-
attempt to look at that. I'm getting the silly chair out again. Whee!
I'm going to put that there. I'm going to drop that into studio mode so I can change what we see without you guys getting a different thing. HDMI.
Ah!
Bam!
Hello!
And I'm going to turn that off. There we go.
Right,
And I'll put that there for a sec.
There
we go. Right, well... And I'll move that over to there.
Onboard devices.
There we go.
Turn on
Right.
board.
Okay, where we are. Looks like it might need a BIOS reflash. Maybe. Yeah. The problem is, we'll have to check compatibility.
Storage configuration. There you go. That's what we want.
Yeah, SATA M.2, not present.
Yeah, but that says SATA M.2. Is that a PCI
yes.
Express?
That's NVMe, yeah.
Yeah. Therefore, it won't be detected.
But it's not double keyed. That wouldn't take a SATA M.2. So what are they talking about?
Oh, that's what the boss is expecting, apparently.
You can't. No, there's no way this thing doesn't support NVMe SSDs. That's daft.
Also, I'm just going to go... Well, there's a TPM info.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be worth doing a BIOS update on this thing. We'll have to check compatibility just in case we lose compatibility with the 200GE. Because the Athlon 200GE had a bit of a short lifespan, and we might lose support for it if we update the BIOS. So, yeah. Or maybe, yeah, or just a reset. It might just be worth doing a factory reset on it. Or failing, or actually, I think we would do a disconnect BIOS battery is what I would do. Oh look, there's an NVMe sanitization tool there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah,
But-
it does support NVMe then.
Maybe.
Oh, where are you going now? Yeah. So yeah, it definitely
Where's
has
the
it.
boot devices? Those
Yeah.
boot devices. Boot from one there. No, fast boot.
We're on 1.8. Apparently, the latest is 1.8. So apparently, we're already on the newest BIOS for this. So yeah, I think a BIOS reset is the first thing to do. So yeah, just
Can't even see half of the options I'm looking for.
go to exit. It'll be in there.
Oh, what? You just want to reset it?
Yeah,
here?
yeah, just hard reset. Yeah, this. Yeah, like we.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I thought you said you wanted to pull the battery out.
I'd do both, to be honest. I'd save changes and exit. And then after this, my next inclination is then that we turn it off, pull the RTC battery and wait 30 seconds. Just to be sure, kind of thing. Because,
How bizarre.
yeah, we've got no idea what's dialed into this BIOS at the moment. That looked like a capture fail. Oh, wrong one. Cam Link 4K Live Gamer Mini. There we go.
There.
You learn to now and then you learn to realize weird flickers on the screen and when that's the device and when that's the capture. So don't all have support for the 200G because AMD's loaner program. Maybe I could be wrong. I thought the 200GE was getting knocked off for the 5000 series motherboards.
I
could be completely wrong for that, though.
Override.
Yeah, okay. Let's RTC battery this thing.
Storage configuration. I'm just confused by the fact that the storage configuration doesn't show
I think that's just
an NVMe.
yeah, I think that's just because storage configuration is actually SATA configuration, not global storage, if you see what I mean.
I guess, maybe.
So yeah, power supply off, and we've got to wait for it to die because that thing takes forever to die.
Why would you just die?
Right, and let's go back to my Gamer Mini.
Also, do you have an do you have a
hell is
mem
that?
test?
Mem test, I do, yes. Let's remove that. Don't know what that is.
So that was also a failure condition, was it? Crashing in mem test?
Yes.
Without errors, apparently.
Oh, interesting. Oh, you've already done the thing. Yep. Okay,
Yes.
so that's our RTC battery disconnected.
The thing has been unthinged.
It has been thinged. BIOS says M.2 is SATA. Yeah. I mean, it obviously supports NVMe drives.
Wow.
I find it impossible to believe that this thing does not support NVMe. Like how OEMs are using NVMe now. It's not an exotic technology. Yeah. Right, while we wait for that, I'll grab my memtest flash drive, which is somewhere.
Indeed.
GG.
GG.
Where's GG the cat?
You know the stands that are in this motherboard and this backplate, do you know what these are from?
That will be from a Kraken water cooler. Specifically, that Kraken water cooler.
I see.
So, yeah.
Do you have a thing to undo these?
Just
because this
by
one
a
is
thing, if you mean a pair of pliers, yes.
Sure, that will do.
But damn. Might be in PCIe devices. Potentially, yeah. Look at the key on the motherboard. Yeah, the key on the motherboard is NVMe only.
Yeah. It's only the fact that the storage controller doesn't have the storage device. That's my only confusion.
Yeah. What power supply is it? It's an Antec. Oh, wait, you're talking to... Yeah, ignore me. Going to BIOS and enable CPU PCIe lanes unlock before the BIOS could detect the NVMe. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. So you have to specifically change an option in the BIOS to support NVMe. We'll try it.
Weird.
Yeah. You shouldn't need to. Alright, let's plug that boy in. Right, where the hell is my power button widget?
With your screwdrivers?
Yeah. What was the last thing I used it on? I can't remember. We don't need it. It just makes this a lot easier. And I'm just like, it really annoys me when I know I have a specific tool for a job and I can't find it.
If I...
Losing interest, lost interest. Okay.
If I shimmy you that way...
Yep, sure thing. Let me rearrange.
I will...
Space on the counter. Alright.
Only because I'm then going to put the Kraken on there and stick that on the counter.
Okay, yeah.
Just so it doesn't get lost.
We've got enough capture cards to have 2 tests on the go at the same time, so we can actually double up our testing here.
Yes, that's why I was setting that up, but just without a water cooler on it.
Yeah.
Because then we can get the GPUs being looked at.
Yeah, let's adjust this camera setup to look down the bench. I'll move stuff...
These are direction agnostic, aren't they?
Yes, I would say. If not, I'll figure out the direction next time I fit it. Right. 1 sec, everyone. I'm just adjusting the camera setup. Right, give me 90-degree field of view. And I'm going to migrate us. Right, Camlink 4K, unlock. Let's move that up to there. There we go. So you guys can see what we're doing on the bench now.
Do you have the actual, like, screws to go on top of these?
Yes. Should all be around here somewhere. Or I've got some, yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's the rest of the mounting hardware for it. So yeah, just put all of that stuff there, basically.
Cool. Okay,
yeah. Right, let's turn this thing back on and see if we've achieved anything. Power. Oh, power supply on. Power. Right, studio mode again, so I can go to HDMI capture.
Have you got any
capture. What are you after?
Roll or something just to wipe that?
Yes, stand by.
Stand by.
Red leader standing by.
Simply Red standing by.
Red October standing by. Where is my actual leader? Okay.
Let's have a look at the Arctic one.
Ah, there it is. Right, is this RAM training or have I got no output?
It did the thingy.
There it is, yeah. Right, I'm going to switch back to that.
Oh, that was on the bottom of that.
Let's see.
That was on there. Oh, that is very light.
Go back to... I'm trying to figure out... Oh, blimey, I'm having to figure out all my scenes here. I game a mini... No, and then you guys can't see anything. This is a nightmare. I'm having to do so much scene wrangling at the moment. Fine, let's just... Okay, mini, Camlink 4K. Unlock, that's what I'm looking for. Good grief. Let's move that down there and transition.
There we go.
We're trying to do too much with the computer at the moment. What's up?
So that's the AMD mount then. That, I presume, is the Intel mount?
Ew, it's one of those. I don't like Arctic coolers, man. Arctic can't make a mount for crap.
How does this even work?
Hang on a sec, let me switch back so you guys can see this. Because, oh man, Yeah, show the class what you're looking at.
I am intrigued as to how this works.
Whoop.
Okay.
It's one of those horrible circle jobbies. I don't like these kinds of mounts.
I don't understand how it attaches onto this.
Presumably, well, that's the Intel. That's the Intel thing.
Oh,
and that,
my
yeah,
God.
you've got hooks. That goes onto the thing. So,
oh,
yeah.
my God, like that.
Oh, no. Wait. Yes, I understand now. Yeah, it hooks onto the sides.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ew.
but I was looking at that going, oh, that could be
Yeah.
an AMD mount.
Yeah.
But then, oh my god.
No. This is why I don't like Arctic coolers, man. Arctic can't make a good hold down.
Although, it requires less.
I mean, the coolers are good, just their hold downs suck.
Right, I want the outside.
I mean,
Yes.
it's fine, but it's just nah.
There you go. And then I want that to be that way around. That will then that way like that.
Which video editor do I use for my videos? I currently use Vegas 14. I would not recommend it.
Right.
You're reviewing an old Arctic cooler. Yeah, this isn't a review per se. We're just building stuff up at the moment. Right, I'm going to see if we've gotten anywhere with our ASRock. Let's see. Live Gamer Mini. I've just realised you guys couldn't see anything of what we were showing off there. I moved the camera and everything. I need to come out of studio mode because it makes it very confusing as to what we're looking at. Okay. Bear with us, people. Right. I want these two.
This is why I dislike these as well. Because they're push pins, but...
Ew, push pins.
Oh, God. May I borrow your tweezers? Thank you.
Camille says, I can recommend totally not pirated Premiere. Yeah, either Premiere or failing that, to be honest, DaVinci Resolve seems to be a very strong direction to go in now. I think if you're looking for a video editor, learning DaVinci Resolve is the way forward. That's the direction that I need to go. Yeah, I'm gonna check.
There you go.
I'm gonna see if we've actually made any progress with this thing first.
There we go.
Is this thing... That's just not picked up that thing. Heckin' heck, fine, I'll reset it again.
Right.
There we go.
There we go.
What's up, Si? How's it going? We're testing a load of hardware at the moment, so we've got Caradog is whoops, wrong one. Okay, a mini. There we go. So Caradog is currently building up this motherboard, so we can get that on test and test graphics cards with it. Meanwhile, I have got another board that we've just built up, and I'm trying to get this thing to detect an SSD. So that's what we're currently working on. And let's go Live Gamer Mini. Right, is this thing picking up NVMe drives now? It's still not detecting a USB keyboard. This thing will not work with a USB keyboard in BIOS.
Have you got a standard USB keyboard?
I have. I'll get a non-wireless USB keyboard. These things should work.
Yes.
But yeah.
However, we're at the point of trying to work out if the motherboard's completely
This is true.
bollocks.
I'll send you guys back to Caradog's view while I find a keyboard that works with this BIOS, apparently.
We could program it to a much older BIOS as well.
Yes.
I was just thinking.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how that might solve our problem. I'm not sure what that would do to solve our issues, though.
Only because...
Where's the PS2 key? Oh, there it is.
Only because there were... some people had USB issues on certain BIOS versions on AMD stuff.
Okay, yeah.
That was all. Does that really just do that? It does. Okay.
Let's see. Advanced PCI subsystem settings for NVMe on Asus. This is an ASRock. It is, isn't it? Was it an ASRock? Yeah, this is an ASRock we're working on. So yeah, we really shouldn't need to change BIOS settings just to have an NVMe drive on it, but we'll check.
I could understand
that
if it was like an XZ79 board. 77? 77 board.
Yeah. Okay, right. I tell you what, let's turn that on. And let's put that up in the top right. Oh no. Hang on a minute.
Oh, you're the
Transform, edit transform.
Oh my good lord, come on.
1920 by 1080. Don't mind me just changing scenes on the fly. Size. Let's go 960. 920 by 560? 920 by 560. I think that's half 1080. Not quite. Oh, bloody hell. I wish I could memorize this one. 960. You know what? That's good enough. My aspect ratio is wrong and I don't care. Why can't I escape from that? There we go. Oh god, no, that looks completely wrong. This is amazing, and I hate everything about it. Fine. I'm just doing it by eye. I'm doing it by eye.
Oh no.
What's happened to you now?
Can you see the problem?
Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, show the people.
So,
yeah.
that screw very much blocks that fan.
That's
header.
the CPU fan header, everyone. Remove the Wi-Fi card and check if NVMe works. Has this... Yes, it does have Wi-Fi. That's a good shout. Yep. Let me just see if it's working first. Right.
That'll do.
What the hell? Still can't control BIOS on this thing. Let me check that the... I'm just going to reactivate the capture card. I think this thing is jamming up. Let's... Oh, hang on a second. Unless I just didn't reset it. Manually reset. Problem is, because I'm trying to do 5 things at once right now, I'm not focusing on exactly what is working and what isn't working. Right. 690 by 540. Thank you, Oblite Abyss. Now I can put things in numerically. 960 by 540. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, I now understood the question and knew the answer.
540. Yes, I was trying to dial
960
in.
540.
Yeah.
Yes, quarter HD.
Right. Firstly, reset that. 960 by 540. There we go. And now it's exactly quarter HD. And I can put that up there.
Yes.
Oh, that impedes a lot more than I intended to, but that's where it lives now. The point is we can have 2 things on the screen at once. So...
Stupid ITX boards, I don't know.
Alright, that's why mini ITX are stupid. Yeah, they're a bit mad. Okay, reactivate that. There we go. Right, can I have BIOS? Yeah, I have BIOS back. Okay, right. Right, boot override, none. Okay, that is... Boot from LAN. So we still have no boot options. I'm tempted to just get another...
Have you got a SATA? It doesn't need to have anything on it. It just needs to exist, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've got the SSD underneath the monitor.
Oh, I've got... that's dead. It's just come out of the computer. I've got just the thing.
My SSD.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. No, well, we want to test the M.2 port, though, don't we?
Oh, I see. I was just seeing if it could detect a boot device.
Yeah. We'll come back to that in a sec. I've got another SATA I've got a SATA NVM, a SATA M.2 drive. God, I hate standards. Check advanced PCI. All right. Advanced PCI config. Please go to boot page to disable CSM. No, that's not the answer, surely. CSM compatibility. Disable. Let's disable CSM. That can't be the answer, surely. F10, save config. Yeah, but you shouldn't. That's to do with boot, though, not just detecting a drive. Caradog thermal paste. It was pre-applied.
It's pre-applied.
On that cooler. Yeah.
It's pre-applied with MX2.
MX2, gosh, spared no expense.
Woohoo!
CSM has to be disabled for it to detect an NVMe drive. That's bollocks, quite frankly. If that's actually the answer, I'll legitimately be mad with this motherboard. Yeah, boot override. No, still not detecting a boot. Still not detecting a drive. Main. Let's see. Where was the storage configuration again? Yeah. Yeah. SATA mode. What have we got in there? No, just AHDR or RAID. Yeah. I'm going to try seeing if it can pick up a SATA M.2 drive. Yeah, this is very odd. There's also written, supports NVMe SSD as boot disk and supports ASRock U2 kit. Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is a modern motherboard. What the hell have I got holding that in? Oh, I've put in some double-sided tape. Oh, yeah.
Hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
I can dream, Harold.
I did not intend to remove this.
You're going in the bin anyway. You can go down there.
Can I remove this without snapping it? Let's see. When HCI, it would not show HCI drives. Yeah. Is it seated correctly? It is.
The least satisfying of peels.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the microphone is just red, you know. Maybe the Athlon doesn't have enough PCIe lanes for the M.2 slot. That's not a bonkers idea.
Oh no, that's legitimately possible.
That's heckin' horrifying, isn't it? But there's nothing else plugged into it. Yeah. I tell you what, yeah, we'll plug in this SATA M.2 drive and we'll see what that gives us. So, yeah. Right, hang on a minute. Right, let's turn that off. Ugh. Let's just swing that over here.
Given that these are like the cheapest power supplies ever, I still love that they're modular.
Yeah, they're alright. I don't hate GameMax stuff. GameMax do make some crap stuff, but they make plenty of stuff, which is fine. You know, it's perfectly good. Noel Dowd says, the lady that lives 3 doors down has asked if you could keep the noise down, please.
No!
My apologies. My apologies. Beans. Right, so this is a SATA one. As you can see, it's got the double key on it. Oh, hang on a sec. Have we got any bent pins or something weird like that? No. Oh my god, I'm doing this left-handed and it's horrifying.
What are you?
There we go.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
M.2 will only work as SATA with a 200 GE. Ah, so that is probably our issue then.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
That's mad. I can't believe we... Yeah. Athlon doesn't support NVMe.
Fair enough.
That's horrifying. Yeah. Is this Two Guys Talk Tech? It is. Welcome in. How's it going?
Kind of. Almost. Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, well. Okay, well, that's mystery solved then. Today we learned that the Athlon won't run an NVMe drive.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Like, I guess that makes sense when you say it out loud, but also it's just like, man, the Athlon 200G really is a piece of crap, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but they were also selling it for like £30.
Yeah, that's true, which is why I own one. But yeah. Fine.
Are you saying you're cheap?
Yes. I am cheap.
You are a budgie.
Yeah. Oh well. Right, so we're going to turn this on. It's going to detect this drive. It should boot into Windows Setup, because this thing has got Windows Setup on it.
Beans. Oh my.
Oh, you're right. That wasn't guys. It was two gays. Hey, you never know.
It is 2021.
Do I also repair car fob keys? I've done so occasionally. It's not exactly a service I advertise.
When I've gone swimming with them in my pocket.
Yes, this is true. Not saying that happened recently. Is this thing alive? We seem to have a no post at the moment.
Oh. Huh. That wasn't confusing in the slightest.
Yes, I have fixed car key fobs before with Duff buttons on them. I've replaced, because they're just little tactile buttons in them, and I've replaced those before. So yeah. Right. Are you sure 1000 watts is enough? Dunno, man. These Athlons are thirsty, and like, you know, we've got an 80mm fan there as well, and we've got 2 memory modules. That might be our issue. I've got no post though now. Clear RTC. God, really? I hate this. I hate this setup with a passion right now. I'm getting seriously tempted to pull the 3600 out of this computer just for testing. I didn't want to take this thing apart too much. I robbed the drive out of it, but I didn't want to start pulling the CPU out.
That might have been helpful.
What?
To plug in the 24 pin.
Oh, right. Yes, you'll need one of those. Yeah.
Yes. From having seen some motherboards in my time, I can tell by some of the pins.
Shorting RTC connector. There we go. Plug that back in.
I can tell you one reason why 24 plus 4 exists, so you can tell which end of the cable is which.
I had a couple of very offended people in my comments that were just like, some of us want to buy new power supplies for vintage computers with 20-pin ATX. And I was like, you know what? That's fair enough.
That's fair enough.
Bam. Right. This time. Can't actually see what we're doing on the bench. It's not very exciting.
Although, again, I keep saying it, but given these are the cheapest power supplies, these are surprisingly nice cables. And they feel an awful lot nicer than the metal from that Cooler Master cooler.
Alright, come on. Have I at least got a beep speaker on that? Where the hell is all of my diagnostic bits? I had them the other day.
Where are the parts that make me a computer shop?
This thing's still kill.
Oh, it does have HDMI.
I'm awfully confused. Oh, okay, hang on a sec. Let's turn this thing back off again. I probably should have reset the capture card one more time, just in case I'm getting punked by the capture. This is the problem. I don't have an actual HDMI pass-through set up on the bench. So I am reliant on being able to see the capture. Right, let's turn this heckin' thing on. Right. No NVMe. See what it does now. And I shall reinitialize the card. Oh, there it goes. It's gone straight into BIOS that time. It doesn't like either of these. I think just the Athlon just doesn't... I think the Athlon hates M.2. Just full stop.
Engage potato.
Yeah. Should we put the 3600 in it for science?
Take the 5800 out of the box, given that it's not actually in a computer.
Yeah? Are we going to put a 5800X in this for testing?
Well, considering we need to test graphics cards...
We don't need a 5800X to test if the graphics cards work.
No, but it makes no difference because we need to test graphics cards.
Yeah. Well, the problem is the 5800X is sealed in box at the moment.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Although I'm not expecting anyone to come in and say, oh yes, I'll buy that from you. I'm going to use it in a build at some point, I'd imagine. But yeah, I'm more inclined to pull the 3600 out of that because that's just got a prism on it. So yeah, I'll just quickly take this prism off and we'll use that. The 3600 is perfect for this kind of thing.
You did not turn off. Why did you not turn off?
Because it takes like, that power supply takes like 5 minutes to turn off. Did I put thermal paste on this thing? If I did, there wasn't enough. I was drunk when I was building these computers.
From a quarter of a cider.
Most of a cider.
1/8. Oh my god, where's the front panel connector?
Right, 13600. Why use Athlon? Because it's what we have lying around, basically. It's my testing CPU. Well, I'll rephrase that. It's not my testing CPU. It's my BIOS flashing CPU. However, we put this Athlon in it just because I didn't want to take apart another computer or unbox a brand new CPU just to test a motherboard. However, the Athlon apparently is hilariously unreliable as a test CPU, so I guess now we've got to do the job twice. Let's take the capture off because we don't need to see that right now.
Is it you? Oh, it is you.
Hey.
Can I have the capture, please?
Yes. Where's that HDMI cable just gone?
In the computer.
Oh, right, yes.
Can I have the capture, please?
The capture is back on for Caradog's thing. There we go.
Ta-da! Good.
All settings have been reset. So the capture is now for Caradog's setup over here. So we've got an Intel rig.
Good.
Let me see if I can get you guys a wide angle so you can see the bench again. Oh, God. This setup is awful. This camera setup is not working in the slightest. Nope, you guys will just have to see what I'm doing instead. I'll turn that back off while we don't need it. We're trying to do too many things with too little camera. The Athlon, yeah, we've established that the Athlon doesn't support NVMe. I think it doesn't support M.2 full stop. So yeah. How small is this motherboard? These are ITX boards that we're working on at the moment.
Can I have the capture again?
You can have the capture again. Whoop.
There you go. This graphics card at least displays an image over HDMI.
Good. Considering that graphics card, what is that thing?
Maybe a 710?
Yeah. I don't think we need to stress test that card. We're not going to use that for anything other than testing. That's a tester card.
No, I was just proving that it did display an image.
Yes, yes. But, like, yeah, fine. Marcus, greetings from Argentina. Thank you very much. Hello, hello.
It is...
It's chaos session this morning. It sure is.
It's an R7240 overclock?
R7240. Who overclocks a 240?
Asus. That's who.
I guess, yeah.
Because of course. Oh, lots of tape.
Displaying the desktop is stress testing that card. Alright. Right then, I'm just going to stick my Athlon back into a packet before I accidentally press on it and mash the pins into a pancake.
1050 Ti?
1050 Ti, hey, not bad. Is it a 2 or a 4 gig?
No, it isn't. No, it's not. It's a GT 740.
Is that that looks like a knockoff?
It's the fake ones.
Ah, yeah. Here's an interesting one.
Because also, look how many PCI lanes it's missing.
Yeah. So this thing claims to be a 1050 Ti. It's a 1050 Ti Graphique with 4 gigs of DDR. However, it's missing a lot of PCI lanes. Also, doesn't that cooler look familiar? Yeah. This is a Chinese knockoff graphics card. And if you look at the washers by the, from the top, look down through the top. Yeah. That's the bottom. Oh, sorry, from the top, yeah. You see the washers? It's got those clear silicone washers, which are identical. Yeah.
And it's got 2 just hanging out on the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's literally the same thing that we had.
Yeah.
Also, the 1050 Ti can't have VGA out.
Yeah. Do you want to take the cooler off that and we'll see what GPU is actually on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will take bets against it being something like a 7... what was it, a 750 we had last
Fermi,
time?
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the thing? I've gotten paste all over my fingers. Ugh.
Too many. Too much. Also just 4 GB. DDR5. Oh yes, it's got DDR5.
Oh, not to be confused with GDDR. Yeah.
Also, it clearly doesn't have DDR5. I don't know what it's got, but it's got LPDIMM memory. God, that's the first time I've seen a graphics card with LPDIMM memory.
Oh, yeah. Do LPDIMM make GDDR? Well, I mean, it must be GDDR.
Doesn't have to be. Could be. It could be the DDR. It could be the DDR3 version.
It has 5 DDRs. Yes. It's GDDR5X, as in 5 times DDR or something like that. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere.
There you go.
All right, hang on. So let me wipe that off.
Yeah, it's literally exactly the same.
Yeah, place your bets, people.
There is a video on the channel all about the 2 I bought.
Yeah. Right. Please get your Googles open, everyone. Let me adjust the camera. Advanced. Focus. It's a GF106. What's that?
Old.
Yeah. Someone Google that. What is this?
I can't remember.
It sure as heck ain't a. It sure as heck ain't a 1050 Ti. We know that much. Kepler. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
GTS 450. Oof. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. May as
This
well.
was you. Yeah.
Still, it's a card of interest. Oh yeah, it's got no graphic. It's got no power input either.
Yeah.
That's another giveaway. The not that we don't have enough giveaways already, but the 1050 Ti 4 gig should have.
Well, the 4 gig doesn't exist, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yeah, I had a 4 gig 1050 Ti. They came in.
Oh
2 and 4
no,
gigs.
because I bought 1060s, didn't I?
Yes, that's right.
That.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The 1060 is
in 6 and
yeah,
5.
Yeah, 3, 6, and there is the 5 gig, which is the
China only.
China only Internet Cafe edition,
Yeah.
which is the one that you often think you're trying to buy.
That's the one that
Yeah.
I thought they were selling.
That's right. Yeah. Used to be a 550 Ti and a GTS 450. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently it is Fermi.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 1050 Ti 2 gig has no power supply, but the 4 gig version does. I know because I owned
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4 gig one does, yes.
May as well stick the cooler back on that. So yeah, interesting card. It's not good for anything, unfortunately. Like, you can't even use it as a test because it's a bit weird. You know, it doesn't behave in a predictable manner. So yeah. Also, getting drivers to work on that is a nightmare. So yeah.
Yeah, you have to use hacked up drivers.
Yeah. Well, I guess my 1050 Ti 4 gig with a 6-pin input didn't exist then. Maybe you've got one that doesn't, but I have one that did have one. So yeah. Oh well. Right, I'm putting this on. What are you after?
I was going to put the smallest of dots of thermal paste.
Oh, I put a new... Oh, there it is. Whoop.
Cool, thanks.
Where did I put down my screwdriver? Ah, you stole it.
But
That's
you can
why.
have that one.
There you go. Oh, that's on the wrong way around. That's called a pro gamer move.
A pro Graham move.
Yeah, program. User benchmark has it as 304% worse than a real 1050 Ti.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right.
Mm.
Oh, God. The cooler isn't even remotely close to flat.
No.
Also just random hole.
Yeah. They're weird, those. The more you look at them...
I just don't understand.
Yeah, the more you look at those cards, the weirder they get. Oh god, what is going on with this thing?
Also, somehow, apparently you bought American Arctic MX4.
eBay!
Oh, I've lost one of the screws. No, the cooling performance.
Hey, blue screen of death. Nice Antec HCP. Yeah! I love my Antec HCP. It's getting on a bit. It's heckin' quad rail, these things. But it is an absolute workhorse, that power supply. Right. Dual fan 1050 Ti might have 6-pin. Yeah, my one is a dual fan, or was a dual fan before I sold it. So yeah, that might have been it. Yeah. It might just be the difference of whether you have the dual fan one that's got a slightly higher power limit, or whether it's a single fan compact one. Yep. Where do I put the fan for this? There. Okay. CPU fan. We really should move on from this motherboard soon, I think. Oh, well, actually, no. We still need to get it on... Well, we need to get it on memory test at the very least. We're just trying to solve the mystery of the M.2 slot at the moment. So for those of you who are joining in, we put an Athlon in this and then discovered that Athlons don't support M.2. So we've now put something else in. I've lost my M.2 screw, so here's another one that just happens to fit. There we go. All right. Power on. I'm going to rob the HDMI. Whoop, one of them. And am I ready to go? No. I need power. Whoop. Right.
Oh!
Power, keyboard, monitor. Go. You're right there. You found something interesting.
It's got the DVD for the drivers.
Oh, that's interesting.
This has the special edition drivers that will install to make the card appear.
Yeah.
But they won't make it do anything useful.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, and it's version 38233 apparently, according to that. So yeah.
It's a silver CD and everything. Yeah. Oh, well, silver apparently. DVD. Oh, I mean, it's actually a mastered disc that's been pressed, you know. It's not a burnable disc, is what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, like again, it's just the amount of effort.
But with really crappy printing.
Yeah, this is what blows my mind about these cards is the amount of effort that has gone into counterfeiting them. Surely you could just make real cards,
or just send a brick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
just post a brick.
Off it goes. Let's see if we've got heckin' M.2 now. GPU. Oh, heck, you're right. It's a 3600. We don't have onboard GPU anymore.
Let me introduce you to a recently tested GPU.
Yes, thankfully, we've got just the thing. It's the Asus R7 240 OC edition.
It's heavily overclocked, so it can now run the 3D accelerated aero thing.
Yeah, when your core clock is 100 megahertz, 20 megahertz is a 20% overclock.
I'll have you know, I have a 400...
There we go. Alright, we're going full jank mode today, everyone.
You say that like there's a difference from week to week.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you don't like jank, you're on the wrong channel. Oh, power.
Have you had your coffee?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember where it is.
It's there, behind the white case.
Yes, I have.
Would you like more?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, if you're doing the machine, yeah. All right. Did the chat die? You're still there. Posting a brick is what? Stay classy, Mike. All right, live game of mini. Let's reinitialize that. Deactivate, reactivate. There we go. Right, what's that saying? New CPU install. Oh, the FTPM's having a hissy fit again. Why didn't we turn that off? Why? Whatever.
Because that will be a Windows 11 BIOS.
Oh, I see, yeah. Oh, so this thing's been updated recently then?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the last update only came out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Unless that update is broken as well.
Maybe. Might be a beta BIOS. Yeah. Actually, if anyone's got the... I should look it up myself, but if anyone's got the BIOS page with this motherboard up on their screen, we're on BIOS version 1.8. Is that a beta BIOS? That might explain why it's jank as hell. Two guys flogging dodgy e-waste. Oh, I'm not going to be selling any of this. It's more of a matter of could I build display computers with it, really. It looks like it's going to boot. Oh, there we go. It's booting. Yep, so we've got M.2 support now. So yeah, it really is just the Athlon being crap. There we go. So we've got to get this thing into memtest next. Also, what was that I just saw that was interesting? Oh yeah, Dave Weldon. I know jamming a screwdriver against the pins is sexy, but a power switch from an old case is far more sensible. Yes, I've got exactly that, and I can't find it. I have exactly that lying around that I made specifically for doing this. Oh, I've just spotted it. There we go. There's my things. I've got this, so this is an old header, and I've got a couple of LEDs and a couple of switches on it. So there we go. Now I can put that on there, and a beep speaker. There we go. Right. Hi, Caradog. Alright, there we go. It booted into Windows. Cool. Alright. Fine. So, BIOS at ASRock page. Newest is 1.8. Yeah, is 1.8 a beta BIOS? That's the question. And it's not a beta BIOS, says Jonathan. Okay, fair enough. That answers that then. What's a Caradog? That's a good question. Does anyone really know? Many people want to know. There are lots of people that are just like, we want to know more about Caradog, but you will never know more about Caradog, I'm afraid. Right. Right, I'm going to take the M.2 drive out of this, so let's turn this off. Let's take this guy back out, and we're going to leave this thing running memtest while we switch to another device. Man, I didn't need to take apart my heckin' external SSD. Now I've got to glue that back together again. That's annoying.
Have and calf.
Thanks. I'll sort that out in a moment. Right, okay. Where's Gigi gone? He's on the seat. Here's Gigi the cat, everyone. Hands up in chat who knows who that is. Yeah. Gigi the cat is my memtest flash drive. And let's stick... Considering I'm about to put this on a different computer, I'll jump it one more time. Power. Power. I've missed a bunch of chats, so sorry about that. I'm just going to jump to the bottom again. Daniel, yes, you are bang on the mark. I have lost many flash drives in client computers. So yeah, I put lanyards on all of my flash drives because A, it means I don't leave them in customer computers, and B, it means that I can identify which flash drive is which at a glance. Right, there we go. That is memtesting. So apparently this crashes in memtest. So what I want to know, while this is running, can I disconnect and reconnect the HDMI without it having a hissy fit? Yes, we can hot plug the HDMI. So we're going to leave this memtesting while we look at another system now. And we'll come back to this in a bit and see if it's still going, basically. So yeah. Whoop. So, goodbye. Right, so what are we doing now? Are we testing graphics cards over here?
I am making sure they display an image.
Yes, cool. I'm gonna get another. I'll get another kettle lead so we can plug in that power supply. I'll tell you what else I'm gonna do. Do you want a stroop waffle?
Sure. I will balance it precariously on my mug. Also, I don't believe it's a stroop waffle. I believe it is a stroop waffle.
Stroop waffle.
Exactly.
We're about to make some Dutch people very angry by mispronouncing stroop waffle. Sorry for all the crackling on stream, by the way, today. It's kind of unavoidable.
There's just much packing.
So these things are they're caramel waffles, and you put them on your tea. So let me get my mug. So when you've got a hot mug of coffee like this,
Balancing
you
precariously.
get your stroop waffle and you put it on top like that, and the heat from the coffee will make the caramel go all gooey. So then you have a warm, gooey treat. It's delightful. What have you got there?
An HD 4770.
4770. That's... Did I have one of those? No, I had a 4750, I
The only
think.
problem is, it's too old for HDMI.
Yeah, we can stick an adapter on that. That's no big deal. So yeah. Right, I was getting a thing.
Hey, it's a old, obsolete graphics card. Poster will want that.
I want to make some mean comments, but I don't want to be mean because he's had a bad day with his water cooler. There's banter and there's just being mean on a day when you know that someone doesn't need mean comments. Oh, I didn't get you one, sorry. I didn't want to just finger out your stroop waffle.
Yes, please do not think of my food.
Ugh.
Ah! The mean mug is acceptable. It is not too large for the stroop waffle. Apparently it's a long O, not an O. So it's a stroop.
Did someone confirm that in chat?
Waffle.
Or is that just your theory? It's pronounced like soap.
The double O and
Strope.
a stroke
soup.
waffle.
Double O like soup. Stroop. Stroop waffle.
Wait, now you have to say
Yeah.
it with the most annoying American accent, clearly.
What I really think is that it's pronounced stroke waffle.
Yeah, basically.
This is my best attempt at an American accent.
I feel like we should probably stop here.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's this week's show, guys. Goodbye.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next Saturday.
And on that bombshell, I require a DVI to HDMI.
Yes, one sec. I think I've got...
Or an
there we go.
S-video to HDMI.
S-video to HDMI? No, that can't be done. S-video's analog, isn't
It
it?
can be. It just can't be done with a passive adapter.
Oh, you need... Oh, no, I'm not having that conversation. Let's see. Why not? We basically erased 10 nations off the map with the... Oh, no.
With the what?
We erased 10 nations off the map with the Burns last stream, so yeah.
It wasn't 10. And anyway, if they're erased, they aren't nations.
Well, we didn't erase them, we just alienated them, I think. So yes. Friendly reminder for everyone, we are joking. Like, yeah. Don't forget your stroop waffle, it doesn't take long. There we go, is that? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look, it sounds like a blower.
Look at that. It does sound like a blower, in that it's really noisy.
Cool. Maybe we have display capture.
We may. Bam. EFI shell. Yeah, because it's got no boot source. Do you want to see if it will go into... there's...
To Windows?
How much are we going to test these things? Are we going to... That thing's got Wi-Fi, hasn't it? So we could go into Windows and see if it will find drivers. Do we want to do
Do
that?
you have a little antenna to...
It won't need them in here. How much testing are we actually going to do with these?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How much testing do you require of them?
What do you think, people? Should we just go through these cards and just see if we get pictures out of them, or are we going to go through and install drivers for them? It's a very ASMR episode. It is.
If this is your ASMR... Oh. I half expected that to work.
What did you do?
Swap the DVI port.
Oh, no.
I half expected it to work.
Do you want to plug that in?
Oh, okay.
Install drivers. Okay. Oh, we don't have we need an SSD for that.
There you go. Both displays work.
You know. There's a SSD. And SATA cable. I feel like every time I need a SATA cable, I have to open a new packet. Fine.
Let me scan the power supply.
Oh.
I also require a Windows 10 drive then, don't I?
I think it's already got Windows on it, that thing. So if you wanna, give it the beans again. What's this EFI Shell business? That's our Shell Corporation. Or if it's I promise nothing. Let me get a Windows 10 flash drive.
Oh yes, there's Windows 10 on here. Maybe not. Can I also have a keyboard and mouse?
Yeah, that also looks dangerously legacy boot. That was a very dangerous throw. I'm not going to do that again. Yeah, what happened? There's the wireless one. Surely this time it will work. There we go. Good morning from Washington. What's up, my dude? Keyboard's turned off.
Why would you do that?
So I don't lean on it and drain the batteries. Tiger Videos, do I have any suggestions on a good $100 PC case? You could probably get a Corsair for that kind of money.
Oh, yes.
Let me just... Oh no, it's doing the thing. That's fine. Just leave it and it'll boot to the Windows setup. That's EFI compatibility. It should resolve itself when it boots. Odd Waffles better than Jammy Dodgers? I would say so, yes. I'm not a fan of Jammy Dodgers.
Oh my. Apparently someone was informing me that Jammy Dodgers have recently been changed.
How so? Oh, do they legally have to have jam in them now?
I don't know, but apparently they've been changed and they're no longer as good.
Oh. See, I would take that with a fistful of salt. I would bet money that because of the name Jammy Dodger, they're required to actually have jam in them. Whereas the previous stuff was probably not actually jam. And
similar to, but legally distinct from.
Yes. But the thing is that a lot of people actually prefer the artificial to the real deal.
Is it A to accept? Yes.
Yeah, or Alt-N. Yeah.
There is not Windows on this drive.
Are you
happy for me to delete and install?
Yeah, I don't know what's on that drive and I don't care. What's the minimum device needed for checking a PSU?
A PC of approximately the power rating of the PSU?
I guess, yeah. I mean...
A PC that pulls 800 watts for an 850 watt power supply?
I mean, if you just want a sanity check, just a computer that can boot into Windows... like, if you really want to properly bench test it, then yeah, you need something that can actually load down the power supply. Because most of the time, a bad PSU will not post the computer. However, it is possible to have a PSU that will start and run and gain, but like crash every half hour or something like that. That does happen. I have seen it happen in this shop very recently. So it depends on how far you're going, because obviously there's different levels of testing. There is, does it post? There is, can we install the drivers on it? And then there is, you know, if we really want to test this graphics card, we should run a stress test on it for 3 hours, you know. So it depends on how far you want to go. Car headlight. Car headlights are only 60 watts.
But if you're actually looking to like test it in a repeatable, verifiable, stand up in court fashion, you need a DC load, a programmable DC load.
Yes, because that's a scientific test.
Yeah. If you're just looking for, does this thing work? Just a PC that boots to Windows.
Yeah. Someone just asked. Someone just asked how I. Let's see. I'm in tech. Can you show us how you attach the lanyard to the keyboard dongle? So what I do... let me adjust the focus. Where's the focus gone? There it is. So what I do... This is a Logitech unifying receiver. I drilled a hole diagonally through the corner of the receiver. This one's been glued a couple of times where it's broken off. However, you drill a hole diagonally across the corner. And then you can, and then you unpick this knot, thread the lanyard through, and tie a new knot in it. So yeah, a little bit fiddly, a little bit jank, but it works.
I'm just going through the RGB modes now.
Or use a short USB extension lead. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's also a good idea. Just anything that you can see hanging out the back, because yeah, when I started using these, I lost about 3 of these in the back of customer computers before I started putting lanyards on the damn things. Are you RGBing?
I am green.
Let's show off the RGB.
They can see in this camera over here.
Can
That's
they? Oh, they
the
can.
power supply.
Oh, okay. Now I've ruined all of this. Good job.
Excellent.
Oh my word. The camera setup today is horrific. I apologise profusely for our camera setup. Whatever. It's staying there now. And that's why PSU testers are useless, because they don't put a load on anything. Yeah. If you want a PSU tester, you may as well use a pair of tweezers, basically. Is it true that motherboard will damage from humidity if it's not in use for months? Potentially.
Depends if it's condensing.
Yeah, it depends. And I don't know about months, probably closer to years. But you'd want to talk, because certainly in the retro space, humidity is a major problem. But I don't think it would happen within months. And again, it depends on how it's being stored. This is why stuff is shipped with the silica gel desiccant sachets in them. So yeah.
I would imagine that if you were saying like, oh yes, I live in Malaysia and monsoon season, yes, I can understand that certainly being an issue.
Or also if you're in Australia, because most cities in Australia are not far from the coast. So it's very salty air in most places of Australia. So a lot of Australian warehouses are on the coast, and everything just gets salted to hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm surprised that's not an issue here, given the fact of our entire country is less than 100 miles from the coast.
True, yeah. Yeah.
It must just be a wind, blow, air, angle. Prevailing wind!
Yeah,
that's
could be.
the word I was looking for. God, English is hard, okay?
Yeah. Dragon768, I said this earlier on, but just in case you missed it, I use Vegas 14. I wouldn't recommend it. If you're looking for a video editor, I would recommend DaVinci Resolve.
User. No password. My memorable password is nothing. This is shocking.
Mike White says, if I hadn't gotten into PC repair or building, what else do I think I might have been doing? I would have been doing tech support at a company or business or something like that. Possibly in the school space, because like before I had a shop, I was doing tech support in schools.
That didn't go quite the way I expected that sentence to go.
Fair enough.
Only because I was expecting you to go, my ex-boss.
Oh, I see. No. No, yeah. I was doing tech support in schools. Not necessarily just for my ex-boss. But yeah. I don't know what else I would do, to be honest. Genuinely don't know. Yeah, computer tech support and repair is all I've ever known.
Does that look like that's been reattached to you?
It's wonky as hell, I'll give you that, yeah.
And the solder on this side.
Yeah, hang on a sec, let's get a close-up of that. Will I do more videos on GPU repair? At some point, I want to get into GPU repair, but it's on the long list of things to do. Oh, the camera's not reaching.
Hold on, I can.
Can we twist it?
I mean, we can just go. No.
Oh my word! Oh my word! Oh, this is happening. Yeah, this is happening. Right, let me just come around to there. We just spotted this. This guy's got a bodge repair on. I'm just gonna do that, and then I will focus. Focus. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely been reattached, hasn't it? What happened to that? That's kind of interesting. This is kind of why I wanted to do this today. It's just to see if we had any of this equipment that would just tell a story. And yeah, I think this equipment definitely does tell stories.
There we go. We have Windows Desktop.
Rad. Drivers. Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Why?
4770 is really compatible with Windows 10. If you get the legacy drivers, yeah. Not using Windows 11. No.
Certainly not for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely not for an
yeah.
HD 4770.
Yeah. I'll be amazed if that will work in Windows 11.
I mean,
also,
Postal will try.
Yeah. My current opinion of Windows 11 is I don't care. Which is not to say I don't like it. I just don't care. Windows 11 at the moment is just a reskin of Windows 10.
With scheduler changes.
Very
important scheduler changes.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. Please type in Wi-Fi password, because I am apparently failing.
When Windows 11 actually comes out and when it goes gold, I'll probably update all of my stuff to Windows 11. But at the moment, it doesn't do anything that I care about, is the short answer. So yeah, it's not that I don't like it or I have disagreements with it. It just doesn't do anything that I care about.
Breathing blue. Apparently it can't connect.
Oh yeah. All right. It might need antennas after all. Let's try the 5G. Let's try the radiation network. There's a joke in there somewhere, I don't know. Although looking at the signal now, I think oh, there we go. It's fine.
Yeah, it's got a link speed of about 4 kilobits a second.
Yeah. I'm going to get some antennas.
Get started. Let's go, Edge. I mean, not let's go, Edge, but Edge, begin. Wait, hold on.
Stop talking.
Complete the setup. No, I do not wish to sign in. There you go. AMD Legacy. I think you killed it.
Did I kill it?
Or did you kill the capture card? Oh, there you go.
It's okay. Oh, it was installing drivers because it's not under scanning anymore.
Apparently, you can't just Google or Bing it because adverts.
It's because Bing is garbage.
There you go.
I don't care how good Bing's algorithm is. I Google for something, and the thing I was actually... I'm going to stay on this side because you're standing over there now. This is why I don't like Bing, because you Bing for something, and the top page is sponsored links, not what you're looking for. Whereas I Google something, and the top link is what I'm looking for. This is why I don't like you, Bing. I don't care about algorithms and ethics. What I care about is a search engine that displays what I'm looking for when I search for it.
HD 4000, is that what we have? Yes.
Look at the camera, I'm trying.
HD 4000. Oh my god, look how many there were.
That's probably why I can never remember which one I had. Because there are a billion of them.
AMD drivers are designed for Windows 8.
Sure.
And Windows 7 and Vista and XP Professional. Wait,
Got
XP
Linux
64-bit?
XP, wow, yeah.
I can get 64-bit drivers for XP.
Yeah, for the 2 people that had XP 64-bit edition.
There we go, it's perfect for your gaming build.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even get through my Deus Ex run with that build. It just, but then not
Did you
because...
just give up?
Yeah, it wasn't because the build was bad. It was my capture card hated that graphics card. And yeah. I'm going to carry on standing, actually, yeah. So yeah, it was... There were just annoying issues with the capture, and it was just... and yeah, it ended up being less hassle to make it run on Windows 10 than it did to make the capture work properly.
Come on, open the file. Or not.
Windows 10 updates optional. Yeah, that'll I don't know. Will the legacy drivers be in Windows Update optional? I doubt it. Because we need the legacy drivers, I don't think Windows Update will find them. Because this card is not officially supported by 10.
Or more AMD don't officially support 10 with it.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, this will probably work. 8 is not a million miles off of 10, so...
It's a post-Vista driver stack, at least.
Yeah.
So we'll see what it does. Have you got an installer for, like, superposition or something?
Oh, we're not running superposition on this.
Why not?
Well, we could run Heaven on it. It's a HD 4770, for the person who asked which one it was. I will get Heaven downloading, because superposition is not going to run on that. Superposition probably needs DX11, and this thing's going to be like a DX9 card, isn't it?
Probably. Oh wow! The default install location is still ATI Technologies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Who remembers ATI?
The folder does not exist. Would you like to create it? Yes, I would.
Oh, Unigen Heaven always takes ages to download because they've got bad mirrors. Unigen Heaven.
I don't need any of you. I just need the display driver.
2009. Yeah, that's the correct era for this graphics card, isn't it?
I guess.
Fast torrent, no. Just... There we go. Alright, that's downloading. I'm going to carry on reassembling my
Installation
SSD.
complete. Warnings occurred. Oh, what warnings? Okay. Back off. What errors occurred? Fail. The display driver did not install.
Oh, that's the one thing we needed.
The display driver did not install, but it said that it installed. Good job.
Right, okay. Fine, Windows Update optional. See if that's got it. Where is my knife?
Good job.
There it is.
Oh yeah, there won't be any optional because it's not checked yet. There we go. View optional updates. Let's grab an Intel system driver update. There is no AMD driver on there. Okay. I'm going to install. Fine. I guess I will try compatibility mode. Also, I have concern. What are you doing with Captain Tape?
Go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't have the proper fittings for this adapter, so it's a bit of a jank fit. Okay, this is looking dangerously like it's not going to work. So it's a case of either... So it's like, is this a compatibility problem or is the GPU kill?
I mean, it's sufficiently old as for either way round the case of it's not particularly useful.
Yeah, that's true. I think we don't really care, do we? We're not going to use this GPU for anything. We're kind of just... This is more of an interest thing, isn't it? Ah, that's what I'm looking for.
Where was this SSD from?
The Western Dig, that's from this guy. So, yeah. Yeah, that'll do.
I'm just trying to avoid it getting lost in
yes.
the very tidy bench.
This is this is a bit of a hot mess that we've got on the bench right now. Let's see. If you install Windows 10 1803, it works. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah. To be honest, if it doesn't install this time, I'm inclined to give up with this and move on, because we're just going to be up against a brick wall of compatibility issues.
Well, yeah, it's not particularly useful. So
yeah, like if our objective today was to explore this particular graphics card, I would persist. But we've got other graphics cards and we've got other things to play with, so I'm just like, yeah, I don't care.
Display driver. Next. Accept.
Oh, Tony's got a good idea. If it doesn't work from compatibility mode, force driver install from device control.
It failed again.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you open up Device Manager,
go away. Device Manager, that one.
hang on a sec. Let me we swap places a moment. So let me just embiggen. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Go back to bench cam and just do that. Whack. Right, so if we go... Oh no, I've got half a second of input lag. It's terrible. It's got something.
Mm.
Is this not good enough?
Well, I have no idea. It was just a case of that legacy driver is the latest driver.
Oh no. Okay, there we go. Right, display, system display. Oof. This is, what's it doing? There it goes. There it goes. Right. Yeah, we've got 1080p. We're just, it just is detected obnoxious display scaling.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't that. It was purely the fact that,
whoops. Yeah.
It's just that obviously that legacy version is the latest version that was
yes,
released.
that's true.
So
okay,
I
so
thought
let's
I'd try and install that.
Yeah, okay, so let's try this. Right. AMD. Let's just go for that. What can you find? Best device is already installed. Okay, yeah. I'm going to roll with that, to be honest.
Yeah. It was purely a case of I thought I'd see if I could get it to install.
Yeah, hold on to that a sec. I'm just going to carry on. We'll see if it will happen. Downloads. Unigen Heaven.
Absolutely.
Unigine. I assume we've got USB 3.
I mean,
bam.
I presume so.
Nice. Hello, Tang. Hey, look, there's the last two videos that got uploaded to the channel. It won't sleep. Probably not. I'm not bothered about making this work properly. I just want to know if the graphics card works. Because if we run up Heaven and it green artifacts all over the place, then we know that there's no point in pushing on with this. God, I can see the input lag from here.
Just run?
Yeah, that'll do.
Cool.
It's got that far. A load of random graphics cards that a viewer sent in. We're currently testing a HD 4770 with some jank drivers, but it looks like it works. There we go.
It's 12 FPS, but it works.
Yeah. Like, if we dialed down the default, if we dialed down the quality, then we'd get a smooth frame rate. But yeah, it works. Like, it would not get this far if it was broken. There's some weird aliasing there, but I think that's the capture, not the that's the capture, not the card. If you plug an RX 5500 XT on an X570 board, will it use all 16 lanes, or will it just default to 8 lanes?
Why wouldn't it use all of the lanes that you have?
Yeah, it should use 16 lanes. I don't see why it wouldn't. Wasn't there rumours of the 5500 XT running at 8 lanes because it was expecting PCI Express 4? But then on the other hand, you'll have PCI Express. Yeah, I heard
anywhere.
Oh, I saw rumours of that, and not completely unsubstantiated. So I might be talking out my ass. There you go. What did you change?
I changed it to low quality.
Oh, okay, yeah. There you
now
go.
It's at 37-ish.
Yeah. Was that the card? Yeah.
Yeah, probably, because it just hit 61C.
Ah, I see, yeah. Hey, yeah. I'd call that a win.
Absolutely.
That frame tearing is hilarious, but that, yeah. How's our, Yeah, there's our
Which
mem test that's running on the other system.
That is on test 13. It has not crashed.
It hasn't completed a single pass yet, though, but if it was going to fail, I would expect it to have done so by now, but we'll let it get past. We'll let it do a full pass, I guess. Shall we? What's the timer on? Hang on a minute. Oh God, we're at 2 hours.
Is there a up timer in?
That's how long it's been running for.
Oh, there.
Yeah,
okay.
33 minutes.
That's fine. I was just making sure it hadn't crashed and restarted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all I wanted to double check.
Yeah.
So it's on 33 minutes.
Did it really take us an hour and a half to get that to... Oh, yeah, it could have. We were dicking around a long time with that one, weren't we?
That's still going.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll call that one a...
Yep. I'd call that a win. Yeah, that's a working graphics card.
Exit. Why does hitting escape not exit?
There's a quit button at the top.
Oh. Why is my mouse just captured inside this window? Good lord. Okay. Oh, and clearly it supports DX11. 7 is DX11.
Oh. Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
So, interesting.
Rad. Cool.
Radical. Shut down.
Groovy. Right, what else have we got in? That's the knockoff card, isn't it? Yeah.
Indeed. And then there is one more card at the bottom.
Right. There's 2 more cards to go because there was a 960 somewhere as well, and I'm very curious as to if the 960 is good because that's the card here that's actually potentially the most usable.
I'll have a look and see if I can find it. Oh yeah. Okay.
We started mem test 33 minutes ago. Oh, perfect. Thanks for that, DNA Electronics. How do you recommend one should learn board repairing? By trying to fix dead boards? Yeah, basically. I know it sounds really unhelpful to say find something broken and fix it, but that's literally how you do it. Keep in mind that the first things you look at, you might get absolutely nowhere. But the first thing to do is just to look at boards, figure out how they work, see, like, even if you can't fix something, see if you can figure out what has failed on it. You know, even if you're not able to get it working again, just looking at boards and learning about how they're put together and being able to look at a board and understand it is a big, big step toward being able to do board level repair. Right, let's kill that. Wait. Thanks. Ooh. I'll look at that in a moment when we've got this one. Right, what is this? Don't know. This one doesn't have any markings on it.
Apparently it's from Gigabyte.
It's a GV-N550 OC.
Okay.
That's going to be a GTX 550, isn't it?
No idea.
Yeah. Someone Google search GV-N550 OC. Whoop. Ow.
Good job.
I should probably put this on a box or something. Oh, this one's got mini HDMI on it. That's the start. Are you on the... Hang on a sec. Oh, yeah, no, you are on the right one. Yep. They're both DVI-I.
Aye.
DVI-E-I-E-I-O. Bam! 550 Ti. Fair enough. Or as NVIDIA would have you believe, a 550 Ti.
It's a neck piece.
Do you just want to hit deactivate and reactivate on OBS? Other keyboard. Oh no,
Fuck.
click on Live Gamer Mini. Yep. There you go. Sigh. I've always said tie.
Side with his tie.
Yeah. Well, you're invalid, Sigh. It is TI.
Damn it.
Right. Yeah, we've got an internet connection, so you can probably just Windows Update this one.
Okay, apparently he doesn't like being half screen.
Yeah. It's probably going to automatically grab a driver in a minute if we wait for a sec. As a non-Philistine, I've always said TI. Good for you, Chris. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, NVIDIA have said it's pronounced TI. But this is kind of like the dude who created the GIF format who says it's pronounced GIF. We're just like, yes, we heard you. We've just chosen to disregard your opinion, even though you made it.
I understand the council has made the decision. However,
I've elected to ignore it.
given it says it's a stupid ass decision, elected to ignore it.
Yes. NVIDIA did the Star Wars GPU, so it's fairly clear it's named after that. TI properly pronounced would be titanium. Yeah. General question. If when using a Ryzen 3 1200 that supports 20 PCIe, does that mean that other PCIe on a B450 will not work? Ooh, I'm not sure. Like, the board should automatically divvy up the PCI Express lanes as much as it can. You've also got to bear in mind that a lot of the PCI will be going through the chipset, through the B450 PCH. So it kind of depends on the configuration of the system. Oh,
boff, crash.
I nearly did that. So yeah, I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. What else should I buy other than a multimeter and a hot air station to start learning board repair? Yeah, soldering iron, hot air station, multimeter. Everything else is just other accessories like tweezers, solder wick, Captain tape, stuff like that. I don't know, really. You kind of got to just figure out what you need as you go. Oh, flux. Yep. Good shout, Logan. Yep, flux. You want that. Why did you get a knockoff graphics card? Someone bought it at some point, probably out of curiosity. So the knockoff graphics cards, they're the ones that go super cheap on eBay, and I think a lot of people at some point get curious and order one just to see what actually shows up. Did you ever get your money back on your ones?
I don't recall. I think so.
Yeah.
I think eBay just refunded them.
Yeah. Right, have we got drivers yet? Oh, yeah, it's really not going to download them. Fair enough. Usually if you give Windows 30 seconds... Oh, actually, again, it's going to be the legacy driver, isn't it?
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's certainly downloading version 391.35.
Going to try and clear up some of the stuff on the counter. What the hell is that?
That's the box for the Arctic.
Oh, for the cooler. Yeah, that's for fittings and things. Yeah, okay, we'll keep that then. Gonna chuck out a load of this rubbish and clear some bench space.
There we go.
Don't mind me.
Please write what files are saved to your computer. Isn't that what downloading it does? Surely.
Yeah. SATA PCIe M.2 works, but NVMe does not work when GPU installed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound like you've got PCI Express lane shortage. Have you got anything else you can unplug from it? Like, have you got onboard Wi-Fi or something like that? I'd heard of these problems. I've just never seen it happen firsthand. Might be a B450 thing, because I've never run a B450 board as a main. When I was running a when I was running a Ryzen 3600, I had an X470 board, so obviously I had the extra PCIe lanes from that. Yeah, I mean a 4X PCIe GPU, I don't think that's going to help you.
The install failed. Okay, fine.
It looks like we've got drivers.
However, Windows grabbed the drivers by me starting the installer. Windows finally went, oh yes,
that's probably why the installer failed, because Windows was installing a downloaded driver at the same time. But yeah, that's fine.
If I go basic and then go run, we should get more.
With all your knowledge in board repair, do you think you're capable of designing your own graphics card? No, I don't know that much. Although, graphics cards are not rocket science. I mean, it's the same with a lot of motherboards and stuff. I couldn't design one, but they're not rocket science. Kind of as these knockoff graphics cards prove, to be honest. All of the magic is in the GPU itself. Everything else is just supporting stuff. Like, you can download the white paper on an Intel i7 CPU, and Intel will show you the documentation of exactly how you drive an Intel i7 CPU. They'll say you put it in the socket and you need to supply it with the following voltages at the following regulation that start up in the following order, and so on. Like, that document is 300 pages long, but they will show you a document that explains exactly how you build a motherboard to run an i7 CPU. And I've no doubt it's probably the same with an NVIDIA GPU. There's probably white papers out there that actually explain in detail how to configure and drive the NVIDIA GPU. Then everything else is just BIOS and drivers. So no, I absolutely couldn't design one. But as I say, it's not as clever as you'd imagine. All of the magic is in the actual chips themselves. That's where the big engineering goes.
Can confirm an HD 4770 is faster.
Ah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I was going to say it's newer, isn't it, the 4770? But then also this being a 550, yeah, it's a 50 class, isn't it? So yeah, I'm surprised the card is that big. But yeah,
because they wanted to put a 92mm fan on it.
Yeah, I guess. Interesting. Fair enough. Cool. It works. All right. Well, I'll grab that. I'll grab that 960. Have you? I was going to say, yeah.
Yes, interesting.
All right, last one of the day then, I think, and then we're going to wrap up. We've got a 960. Oh, it's a 2 gig. I had a mad hope that it would be a 4 gig version, because the 960 4 gig edition is still useful. Although the 2 gig is still viable, you can do stuff with it. It's just it will fall over on newer games. Caution, hot surface. It says with no thermal contact to the backplate.
Don't touch.
Don't touch. Got an 8-pin connector on it. Whoop. All right. It's 1 a.m. in the Philippines. Damn! Thanks for dropping by, Bike Life. That's crazy.
It has not died.
Yeah. That looks like that's fine. That motherboard.
Good.
That's definitely usable for stuff, isn't it? I think whatever problems our mate was having with that board is been resolved by the change of configuration.
Yeah, I want to run a CPU test on it.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that to that. Whoop.
Don't forget the power.
Eh. That's jank, but it's in there.
Good lord.
Bam. Bam. Bam.
Bam bam.
Christopher David. Another great stream. Grass. Grab a pizza afterwards. Oh, I wasn't going to. Now you've said that.
No.
Thank you very much for the $20 super chat, my dude. I may possibly spend it on pizza. So
Don't do that.
much appreciated, my dude. Graham disappointed at a 2 gig 960. Well, it's usable. It's just the 4 gig 960 holds up significantly better today than the 2 gig one does. But the 2 gig 960 is completely usable. You know, I've got a 2 gig 960 in one of my other systems over there. You know, it's completely usable. So yeah. Updating your system. Oh, that's some other drive updates, isn't it?
I feel like I should possibly let it actually finish doing Windows Update
Yeah.
at some point before it gets completely confused.
When's the torrent build stream happening? I'm not going to stream the torrent build. I was thinking about it, however, my schedule just doesn't allow for it right now. The problem is I'm keeping the torrent for myself. It's going to be my new case for my computer. And as such, I want to spend a lot of time building it. And also, I'm going to do a lot of tests because the video that I'm going to do about the torrent, it's not going to be just a review of the torrent. It's going to be a demo. Basically, I'm going from a H500i to a torrent. So I'm going from a terrible airflow case to what theoretically should be the epitome of perfect airflow on modern cases. And so what I want to do is I want to do a load of tests on my computer beforehand, thermal tests, performance tests, and so on, then build it into the torrent and run the same tests again so I can do a video to demonstrate how much of a difference, whether a lot or a little, having good airflow will actually make. What I'm expecting from this video is that we see the actual performance difference is probably negligible. However, we'll probably find that I get the same performance just at quieter fan volumes, is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to get exactly the same performance, just with half the volume, because my graphics card ramps up big time at the moment. So that is what I'm expecting. But what I want to do is, as I say, this comparison to show, because lots of people will just be like, oh, that case has terrible airflow. That's crap. You can't use that. And it's just like, yes, you can. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, as I say, I have got one of the worst airflow cases in modern cases. My computer's just fine. Just runs a little loud, that's all. So I want to make a video that demonstrates where airflow is important, but also where it's not really that important. And so people can look at that and actually decide for themselves how much is enough. Because that's it. you know, like YouTube channels like Gamers Nexus will be like, if it doesn't have good airflow, it's a terrible case. And they're not wrong, but that doesn't mean that the case isn't useful or can't be used. So yeah, as I say, I'm kind of trying to explore that, but it's going to take, I'm expecting to spend all day working on this tomorrow. And I don't want to stream that because when I'm streaming, I'm under pressure to constantly be interacting with the chat and stuff like that. So I want to take my time with it. So yeah, there's a very long answer to a short question.
Cool. That has finished Windows Update. It has made itself happy.
Should also be a lower power draw from the wall with the cooling systems not needing to run harder.
Yeah, maybe a what?
Yeah, I don't think that's... I could measure that, but I don't think the difference will be enough to really care about. Because the other thing as well, where
it might be fractionally less, only because all of the temperatures are lower.
Yeah.
So maybe. But look, there we go. Suddenly 100 and something frames per second.
The other thing as well, though, is we might see a slight performance increase because the fans on your graphics card count against the power limit. So if your fans are spinning slower, your card has more power limit available to boost harder. So running cooler means you boost more, which means more performance. Whereas if your card is running hotter, that means the fans have to spin harder, which means it boosts less. So that is a possible way in which airflow can directly damage the performance of the card. So that is what I'm actually going to be looking for.
No, that's not a terrible idea. Time-lapsing it, though. I'm not...
Time-lapsing it?
I might set that up for like one of those one frame a minute time lapses.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Have you got anything to do to use for that?
I will double check what I've got.
Yeah, see what you've got. Because I've got the little action cam, but the time lapse for that spits out JPEGs. So it's
a photo mode.
Basically, yeah. It just takes a picture every X number of seconds, depending on what you set it to. And obviously, like, I can use a program. Yeah. I can use a program that will then stitch those photos into a video, but I don't know. It's kind of jank. I could use it at a push, and that's not a bad idea. I might do that. If you can't find anything, then we'll use the Wi-Fi. Let me get the camera to explain the problem.
My Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah, this is How do you pronounce that, everyone? THII. That's the action cam that I use for stuff. I have no idea how that's pronounced.
Oh, the autofocus on a reasonably large sensor is amazing.
Yeah.
Looks just if I tried it snapped back to long.
If I tried to do that with a webcam, we would have been here for half an hour.
Yeah. It's the first time I've actually even watched him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's working.
Yes, that's a usable graphics card, and this one is actually quite usable.
No, I'll check what I've got. Caradog, the Amazon warehouse.
Oh God, the worst is how accurate you might be. This eye. Oh well.
Fine.
Running an RTX 2070, nice.
However, I can confirm that GPU does appear to work.
Good, yeah.
They all appear to work.
Yeah, everything works. That's good. So
and we've confirmed that platform doesn't immediately fall over.
It hasn't fallen over yet, no. So yeah, that's
we have been somewhat unfavourable to it with graphics cards.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, this platform needs to run tests for hours to confirm it. So right, we've got the only thing we haven't done that I kind of wanted to do is test it. What's the timer on? 2:30. I tell you what, we're going to spend just a little bit longer because I want to see if that motherboard works because it got dented.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you got a pen drive with like Cinebench or something?
Yes.
You can just chuck that on there whilst this is going. And
just do you want to see what that's doing?
We can pull that one down.
Yeah. If that hasn't crashed, then we may as well turn it off for now, because the next step with that one would be to build it into a case.
And we'll be testing it in Windows, doing both.
Yeah.
We are still on 55 minutes. Yeah, that's passed.
That's got through an hour of mem test. So
Is there a polite way of shutting down mem test? Do you just pull the power? Yeah. I said polite.
Yeah.
Good lord. When do you learn your manners?
I politely asked the power supply to turn off.
Smother!
Shh, shh, shh. No more tears, only dreams. All right, you're doing that. Okay, let's yeah. I'll go and get the board.
You get the board and the pen drive.
Yeah.
I will shuffle the things.
Should we post test the mining board while we're here, just to see if it posts?
Yeah, I mean we've got a basic GPU here. We can use it.
Exactly. We've got the rig up, haven't we? So
exactly. The rig is up.
yeah. I don't know what, if anything, I'm going to do with this mining board, but yeah, I've the guy sent all this stuff in, and I just want to see if it all works, because obviously if any of this doesn't work, it goes into a separate pile of rainy day repair projects, whereas if it does work, it's like, okay, we could build a show computer with this or something.
Could you shuffle that way,
so yeah.
Simon?
Yes.
I'm just going to do...
Yeah.
I'm just going to do that.
This Z170 board I'm most excited about, though, because it's actually new enough to actually build a fairly nice computer with. Like, if this works, I'll slap that 960 in it and put it in a case.
Would you mind moving the PSU with me?
Yep.
So I'm just going to go to the edge of the bench. Oh, there's a screwdriver under the motherboard.
Watch out for... Ooh. Oh! It was going to happen eventually. That was a razor blade under the CPU EPS connector.
Oops. Oh well.
That was probably... Yeah. However, this GameMax PSU did not explode when we hit overpower protection. So...
Hey. Is it that one?
Yeah, hang on a sec.
It'll want to reset itself.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's turn that off for a sec. Yeah, we just shorted the EPS connector, so yeah.
Oh well. Do we need this? What is this?
That's the Athlon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're just going to clean it off. Cheers.
I am very much,
Yep.
yes, going to clean it off. So it's possible to see what it is.
Two guys test tech. Oh man, Hunter's Moon. You nailed it on the head. This is not two guys talk tech. This is two guys test tech. There you go.
Two guys are tested by tech.
Yeah. Did someone donate all this stuff? They did. I'm not going to name them by name because I didn't check with them beforehand if they want to be known or not. However, they know who they are. Much thanks for it. Much thanks.
You
to
know
them.
who you are.
Yeah. Right, let's try that again. Doesn't take long for overpower protection to reset. There we go. It's okay, everyone.
You too can do this at home. No,
Don't.
wait, please don't.
No. Capture. Keyboard with trackpad, really weird. Very handy, though.
Where's the board you wanted to post test?
These two down there. They're stacked, so...
I guess we should do this one first.
Right, what was that doing? Was it running Heaven?
It was, yeah, because you wanted to run stuff. So I was just gonna...
Yeah, we're just going to leave it running Heaven. Yeah, yeah, I think, to be honest... I think we're done with that for now, aren't we? We've done the confidence test, the sanity check, which is what I most cared about.
Indeed.
So yeah, we may as well just turn that off properly. We have also established that we didn't kill it just then as well. So yeah. All the later AMD GPUs are good for PCIe 4. Yeah. Everything GameMax is a rebrand of something. Yes, you're correct, but also there's nothing wrong with that if it's done properly.
I mean, by that logic, all Corsair PSUs are just rebadges.
Exactly. So yeah, everything is a rebrand of something else. It just depends on how well that's implemented. A lot of brands are just simply a brand that brings a product to market. So a rebrand is not necessarily a bad thing. All Dell printers are rebrands But again, they find good printers and rebrand them to Dell. And that, you know, Dell laser printers are always good because they pick good printers, you know.
Most of the time.
Yeah, okay. That was a bit of a sweeping generalization. I'll grant that.
Also ignores the statement that all printers have devil's work.
Yes. Thinking. Right, yes. Oh, the brain melt is setting in now. Streaming is hard work, man. Well, I make hard work of it anyway.
Don't you just?
Yeah. Oh, there's that. Go there. Right. Let's come back over here. Whoop. Right, so next up on the bench is an ASRock H110 Pro BTC Plus. I've no idea what I'm going to do with this board if it works. I'm just curious. Yeah. The CPU in it is a Celeron G3930 at a blistering 2.9 gigahertz base.
Where is your bracketless CPU cooler?
Here.
Ah, good.
Right, stick one of these on here. Oh, put it the right way up. I will fight people who mount these things upside down. It angers me. I see it more often than you would imagine.
What, people who mount it?
Yeah.
Like this?
No, you pillock with the label upside down. I hate you. Right. We need some RAM. This thing's DDR4, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, hang on a sec. Let me just see if this Skylake module fits in. The Dura 4. Whoop. Yep. That goes in there. Job's a good one. Right. That. HDMI. That's a powerhouse CPU. It sure is. This thing doesn't have HDMI on it.
Why would it?
Because who the hell uses DVI?
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. Just put the adapter in it. Yeah, sure. Oh, now it doesn't fit on the bench properly. No! Oh. Bam. Right, where is...
Indeed, where is...
Front panel there. Whoop. Right. Let's go. Bam. Bam.
Is that definitely the power?
Yes. That's definitely power. I think this one's dead, Jim. Unless it needs any of these extra... No, these are PCI Express auxiliary power. Yeah. That's powered in. That's plugged in. Oops. Yeah, that one's dead, Jim. Okay, that answers that question. So that needs diagnostics. That was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Pop the battery. Yeah, I mean, we'll try it. Let's turn that off first. Whoop. Right, while that sits and thinks about its crimes, we'll test the other board. Whoop. Whoop. Thank you.
I require the RAM module.
Alright, we need to remove that as well. This looks like it's from a cheap AIO water cooler.
Yeah.
Oh, those are coming off. There we go. Does it need Molex? I don't think so. I think those are auxiliary power connectors for if you've got...
Well, they're certainly labelled as PCIe power.
Yeah. Molex was extras for slots. Yeah. Short the empty battery socket. Yeah. That speeds things up, but we'll check this one first and we'll come back to it. Right. Stick that down there. And... Oh, Arctico Freezer. Bam. 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 Whoop. Huh. Right, 5 VSB is alive. What's... Oh yeah, this is Intel, so we've got onboard graphics. That's fine. Cool. All right. Let's hit it. I'm just going to make sure that the CPU cooler is actually on the die as a special treat. And bam. Oh, this is the one that got bent in shipping. Oh, that makes me sad. I really wanted this one to work. Yeah. Yeah. That's another one for the, that's going to be a rainy day repair now then. Oh, that's a pity. It would have been too easy. So yeah. Did you switch the PSU power? Yeah, we've got 5 VSB. We've got a green light over here. So yeah, it's ready to go. It just doesn't want to. So now with that off, this will take like 10 seconds to turn off because this power supply's done. But yeah. Yeah. We've unplugged the power supply and wait for it. Wait for it.
Still waiting.
The size of the capacitors in this thing, man. It's unplugged. There we go. Right. Right. Okay then. Right. Yeah, so that's one for the repair bench as well. So I will do, at some point on a rainy day, I shall... Oh, I don't have anything plugged into it anyway. At some point, I will take a closer look at this and I'll see if I can do anything with it. However, as I say, this one got... When I unpackaged it, you can see where it's taken a blow. So, and the board is it got hit on that corner in transit. So there's quite likely a crack in the board somewhere. So it might be recoverable, but it's gonna need looking at. Right, I'll just put those on there. And let's just see if the mining board has come back to life. Thank you. Right, what about you? What have you got to say for yourself? Okay. Power. And power button. Hey! Alright, so firstly, I'm just going to turn that off again. And just see if this works. Because I'm changed parameters. Alright. I'm just going to wait for this thing to power off. I'm going to wait for it to tick a second time.
Oh. That would also be why this is having issues. Fitting. Because this is an LGA 1366 bracket.
Ah.
That is not a 1366 motherboard.
Yeah. That's why it's a really tight fit.
Hey, it's 1366. We can send it to Postal. We needed one of them.
Right, power on the power supply. How about that? Oh, yeah. There you go. BIOS battery out did the job. Whoop. Let's see. Live Gamer Mini. This is probably going to need a reset after plugging the thing in. So I'm going to reset. What CPU is in the board that Caradog is looking at? It's an i5 6400. Oh, no RAM. Well spotted, everyone. Excuse me. Does it indicate which one of these to populate first? Nope, I'm guessing it's the first one then. That's making some funky noises. Cycle the capture card. That sounds like it's power cycling really quickly. The fan is just going. That's power cycling.
That's a known good, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to stick a known good in the other slot. I'm changing multiple things at the same time here, but I'm just trying to see if we've got anything at home at the moment. Yeah, I'll try move. We're doing different stick in the other slot now. So yeah. Right. Power on. Power on. Oh, that sounds more promising. We might have a bad RAM module here. There we go. Reinitialize the capture card. There we go. CMOS delta time not set. Press F1 to continue. We don't have a yeah, hang on a sec. Where's the widget?
Don't know. Where do you put it?
I don't know. I put it up here. There we go.
Have a BIOS.
Thanks. There we go. It lives. Alright, okay, so let's do a little bit of... So let's power that off now. So, power off. And... Bam. So let's now move this memory module to the other slot. And power on again. Whoop. Oh, it's doing it again. It's a bad RAM slot.
Interesting.
So, I don't know if you guys can hear it on the microphone. You probably can't. But if you look at the fan spin there, you can see how the fan is constantly shifting speeds, where it's kicking on to high speed and then slowing down. It's power cycling really quickly.
Turn it off and try sticking so it's fully populated. And just see if it's being very weird because one of them is not populated.
Yeah.
And it's the wrong.
Yeah.
And effectively, it's one of the few boards where it throws a problem.
Could be. It is an ASRock. And ASRock are very fussy. Although you'd imagine a board like this, it wouldn't care. Or they would make sure it doesn't care. You guys can hear it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. How odd.
Same thing. Yeah, it's bad slot on the motherboard. Need to buy a diagnostic LCD. What would that... I've got one. What would that tell us that we don't already know from this, though? That's the thing. A lot of people often say, oh, you should get a diagnostic card. I have got one, but what would that tell me that I've not already determined without it? Is my question to that. Although, incidentally, we could plug one in. Let me grab it.
Isn't it in the box down there?
Yeah, that's right.
That was dangerous.
It was, and just as I did it, I was like, why did I do that?
That was really dangerous.
That one? Right, there's 5 VSB because the power supply is still powering down.
Oh, fair enough.
Let me just adjust focus. There we go. Do you want to turn the power supply back on? Okay. Hey, fancy that. It doesn't tell me anything. That's why I don't like these things.
Wouldn't it require it to have enabled PCI Express to do anything?
This is the problem. You need to get at least a little ways into post for these things to do anything at all. And by the time you've got anywhere, by the time you've got anywhere near post, you've got other things that tell you. Unless this is just a crap card. Like, if someone's looking at that going, that's just a really crap diagnostic card, then I'll take that on the chin. But yeah, as I say, I've played with this thing and I'm like, this doesn't seem useful. So yeah.
The ones built into the motherboard are.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because obviously they run at such a low level.
Yeah. So yeah. So board maybe e-waste. Well, one of the RAM slots doesn't work, is what we've determined. So let's turn it off. If I take out the first RAM module, yeah, it'll turn back on because it wasn't out of 5VSB yet. That'll post now.
Yeah.
Although that much being said,
sounds like it is.
It looks like this card is not going to tell me anything else. You know, I think this is just a crap card. I haven't spent a lot of time with this, I'll admit. It's just the issue is that every time I've been working on a no post, I can figure out what I need to know from symptoms. So I think I'm being unfair because I've got a crap post card. Check RAM slot pins. Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, see, like, this thing is posted now. Let's just verify that. And that card isn't telling me anything. I think this postcard is just bad. Yeah, we're in BIOS.
So that should be giving an all good.
Yeah. I don't know. Right. Let's check that memory slot. Let's turn that off. Whoop. Inspect CPU socket. Yes, that's also a good idea. This will be our last thing for today, though, because we're coming up to 3 hours. Right. Can I show you guys a view? Let's go in close and adjust focus. Oh, thanks. I was going to go and get that in a sec.
Where is useful? Oh, there.
Oops. Looks good on that side. And let's go in closer. Whoop. Yeah, pins are all good. Yeah, pins are fine. Termination resistors. There's no visual damage on the board. Check the back. Nothing going on there. Let's check the CPU socket. The problem is we need to put in another. CPU to really know if it's a CPU issue or not. Whoop. Oh, hello. Top right. Ding, 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 says to the person who said check the CPU. You might have something. Yeah, the bent fella up there. Let me just see if I can do something with that. Oh, it's out by a tiny bit, but let's check it. Is the chat freaking out?
Oh, Chris. The bent fella up there. They're now an accepted part of society, Graham.
No comment. Oh. Yep, that's fine. I thought it came off just then. Right, that looks out of alignment from the current camera angle, but it's because the pin is laying slightly flat in the array. However, when the CPU sits on top of that, that should be fine. So I'm going to try it again. You say that, Logan, but clean contacts on CPU? Yeah, let's have a check. Isn't AM5 going to be LGA? That's confirmed, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's actually confirmed, but...
Yeah, CPU contacts are fine. Yeah. Oh, that guy still looks a bit off, but let's try our luck. I'm not going to spend an hour messing around with this. I might do off stream. Although, again, I don't know if I care, but yeah. Whoop. Cooler on the right way up. Cool. Power, video, keyboard, go. Yeah, baby! Show me that post.
Not bad.
Not bad indeed.
Hey.
That was a cheap little fix, I'll take that.
Not bad.
There we go. Steady hand and a razor blade, everyone. Yeah, who said CPU? Good shout, whoever that was. Didn't see what the name was, but whoever said check the CPU pins, you can have that one. Take that to the bank. There we go. Put RAM in first slot. It's in the first slot. Whoop. So nice. That is RAM in the first slot. That's the one that wasn't working. Let's try both in just for posterity. That's a good end to the stream, isn't it? I'll take that.
Went surprisingly well.
Yeah. I've got to admit, when I didn't think that was going to work, because I thought that pin wasn't bent far enough out of whack to be the issue, but...
There's hacking RAM module.
Yeah. That's just enough just to give you that little rush of adrenaline when you actually see it work and you're like, yeah! You know.
There you go.
Yeah. Does that need another... There we go. 16 gigs.
Nice.
Bam. Those boards go for over 100 quid working. Really? I guess people are still mining, aren't they? Yeah.
Nice.
Ah, you're welcome, says Zero in. Yep, good job, my dude. Yep, I remember. I recognise that profile pic. Ah.
Well then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, so the MSI, there's the Z170A board. That guy needs a more serious look. There's lots of things that could be going on with that because it's stone dead.
Yeah.
But given the fact that it's taken a nasty knock in shipping, yeah, I'm not going to look at that right now because there's a million things that could be wrong with that. However, that's a very satisfying little repair.
Nice.
So yeah, ancient board. No, it's not that old. But yeah,
the board itself is, I think, something like 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, so
but obviously the actual platform is 6.
Yeah, the H110 platform is old, but this board is fairly modern. It's this is what I would call a response board kind of thing. Like this product. This product exists because of the mining craze. Like mining has been a thing for a long time, but when obviously mining blew up, ASRock have clearly been like, people want motherboards with a crap ton of PCI Express slots, and they've just thrown together with a load of old H110 PCHs they had lying around, a motherboard with a crap ton of PCI on it. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Ask the guy who donated the other board if it works. I will do, Mr. Guru. Yeah, because I don't know whether, like, for all I know, maybe he dropped it and he was just like, oh, I dropped this board, so I'm sending it in case you can fix it. I'll ask for more information about it, but I think it got damaged in postage because nothing doing, but weren't terribly well packaged, and unfortunately, yeah, this will happen. So yeah, I think it got dropped in postage.
I just noticed the backs of these PCIs slots aren't.
Yeah, that's quite common. Same on these black ones. The back is missing, so you can fit overlength cards in it.
I just didn't realise it was on here.
Yeah.
That
so there
looks...
we go. We'll take all of these crap graphics cards and put them in here and mine on them.
That looks unsavoury, though.
Yeah, something's been glued in there. So yeah, there's been a little bit of jank work done on that Z170A, but like if that can be recovered, that's a nice little platform there. So yeah, the Celeron chip is really bad. Yeah, absolutely, but that's the thing.
It's all that's needed
for mining. You don't need CPU.
No.
It doesn't matter what CPU is in this thing. It just has to. It's just got to get those graphics cards and dish stuff into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, where do we send our junk? I don't need more junk as much as but if you got stuff that works, you know what? The address of the shop is on the website. I'll just say that. So yeah, I can turn 20p a month mining with all those cards. Yeah, and it will cost me about £5 in electricity and the rest of it. So yeah, it's not economical to run those cards mining. Doesn't matter. That was fun. Right, we're gonna head out because we're at the 3-hour marker. It's time to go. So yes. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that, and I got my little buzz. Yep. I got my little buzz out of getting a fix out of that. I'm happy. Is it possible to format a hard drive that's buried in a laptop? Well, I mean, if you can, if you can get into a Windows setup or something like that, sure. If the laptop doesn't work and you want to format it to erase the data on it, that's trickier. Yeah, you're much better off actually taking the laptop to bits and pulling the drive out.
If you want to erase it in the sense of so no one can use the drive, a hammer exists.
Yes, yeah, or get a drill press and just figure out where the drive is in the laptop and just drill a hole through the whole heckin' laptop. I've legitimately done that. The iBook G4 is a nightmare to disassemble. And in order to erase the data on an iBook G4, I legitimately got my Dremel, put a drill bit in it, and just drilled a hole all the way through the laptop where I knew the hard drive was. That's legitimately how I erased the data on it.
Oh no! I'm sure someone's crying at the loss of the iMac G4.
It was a dead laptop. No one cares. Yeah. Well, it was a dead laptop. I'm sure someone out there cares about the iBook G4, but I don't. So yeah.
Oh well, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. Thanks everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday with something.
Absolutely.
You never know what it'll be on Two Guys Talk Tech.
There will be quality entertainment.
There will be... I was about to say there'll be entertainment, but we can't even guarantee that.
There will be.
There will be. There'll be a show.
And whatever will be. Que sera, sera.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Goodbye. See you all soon. Cheerio and stream.